Howdy there, fellers. It's ya boy, Sentient Potato here, and welcome to the StarchCast pre-show. And now, before we actually get, kind of get into things, I would just like to point out that yes, I am going to be live. And well, obviously I'm going to be live, but right now I'm just getting a couple things set up, trying to figure out why StreamCord seems to be broken, and going from there. So view my dashboard. Alright, let me check this. Actually no. Manage this, edit this, because something's obviously wrong with here. Oh, derp. I may be fucking stupid. The answer is I'm fucking stupid. I apologize, chat. No wonder StreamCord wasn't working. It had the wrong, the role for the wrong fucking channel. So let me just, throw this into announcements, edit, notification. Alright, cool. Just one left to go. Manage. Okay. So yeah, what am I just waiting on Camoku and that wonderful feller who's his guest. What's the feller's name? General. Starts with an M. Thanks, Discord. It's not showing me his name. Give me a second, I'll pull it up on Discord. Let's just make sure the notifications are all sorted. Alright, there we go. Let me just close this out, close this out too. Reopen Discord. And now, oh,
Twould be I, madgaminmatt.
There we go. And there's our guest host's name, madgaminmatt. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm doing all right. I'm making sure my audio isn't coming over too much.
You sound perfectly fine, dude.
All right. I just messaged Camoku.
Oh no, this
Let
is
him
fine.
know
This is
that
just
you're starting up.
this is just a pre-show right now, just kind of killing time.
I got you.
All good, just the pre-show. So out of curiosity, introduce yourself, man.
I'm madgaminmatt. I'm an on and off Twitch streamer. It's whenever I get the time in order to do it, so much as having a consistent schedule.
I get it, man. Today is actually
And
kind of a break in my schedule. Sorry for cutting you off.
no, you're fine. On top of that, one of the only quirks about me is I prefer playing older indie games rather than newer games because it just feels like they're just
Oh yeah.
nowadays.
Most new games about 2016 on suck.
Yeah. That and I do a lot of weird voices.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. I like to break out into accents.
Well, I'm not just like accents. Like I can do different voices of different characters and such.
Zoink, Scoob!
Rare. I've always had been able to do either voice impersonations or just changing octaves to stuff that just is really weird. So like Gabriel Iglesias.
Well, nothing wrong with Fluffy.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like you don't expect a 250-pound guy with a big I look like a mix between a Viking and a redneck, but you never expect him to go like, "Oh, how are you doing?"
Nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, if you were to look at me in real life and you did not know what I looked like, you would not guess how the hell I sounded.
Oh,
You good, man?
got off work a
Ah,
little bit ago. I get second shift.
fun.
Going at 2, leave at 10. So, all good. Oh, so I might be in and out of it right now.
It's all good, man.
Oh, what the? Oh no.
What you oh knowing?
No, they just announced I don't know how soon, if you've seen it or not, but they just announced Despicable Me 4.
There's more than two?
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't mean
I
to
knew
discount
that
that,
there
sorry.
was a third one,
Yeah?
but yeah, they've just released the trailer for the fourth one. So
Despicable
there's
Me
that.
4. The
Yep.
What are they calling this
No,
one?
it's just Despicable Me 4. That's it.
What's the tagline?
Uh, yeah, it's just Despicable Me 4. It's going to be mega. New trailer out now. That's all they're saying on it.
It's gonna be mega. What kind of mega though? Like a good mega or a mega waste of time?
I mean, like the thing about it, like I watched the first one. I thought it was fun, but it's like one of those ones where it's one of those movies where I'll watch it once or I'll watch it if it's on the TV, but I'm not going to go and look for it.
I understand. When I was a kid, like a much younger, uh, I mean, when the hell did the first Despicable Me come out? Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Despicable Me release 2010. Holy shit! They're still milking that cash cow. Wow.
Uh, I think in terms of kid, I'm just like I feel old every day now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 33.
Oh, you got 10 years on me. Okay.
uh, I'm I still the one of the first games I ever played was Civilization 1 on MS DOS.
I used to
If that
play a
gives you an
lot of
idea.
that in high school using DOSBox. Good game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, I miss it. I mean, it was simple, yet it beat the ever living shit out of me every time.
I understand, bro. Like, I'd always fucking lose every time, but I enjoyed the hell out of myself.
Yeah, my biggest fault is I was always nice, so I'd always give the or the nations the technology, and then they just smoke me with it.
I was aggressive yet stupid. I kept invading nations, but I didn't quite have the right infrastructure. Or
Oh,
everyone had their shit built up a little bit too well, and I just got clapped immediately.
oh,
Good times, honestly.
oh yeah, absolutely. Uh, like I still play a lot of the older games whenever I find them. Like
Understandable.
find a lot of them on GOG or wherever I can, or pirate them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say shit myself. Like it's like considering especially nowadays that owning your games doesn't actually mean owning your games. Piracy is genuinely the only morally correct option now.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do this shit. Hang on.
And that's going to be a very controversial
Yeah,
take, but still.
yeah,
Thank you for your patronage, you amazing fellow.
yeah. I mean,
And
it's
welcome to the
if I don't own it, it ain't stealing.
and to the ether. That's one of the reasons. One of the major reasons even why I hate the move to all digital and why I'm still like one of the like Xbox One generation of consoles biggest haters. Because like
Yep,
sure, you'll possess a disc, but you have to go through an extremely long download which will remove shit, or
yep,
sometimes it's even the whole fucking game, in which case why even buy the game if you're not actually getting your game? Or hell,
yep.
even Ghost of Tsushima
Mm-hmm.
director's cut. Like they're actually giving people refunds because Sony decided to pull the whole, right before release. Oh yeah, but you don't. You have to have a, PSN account. Oh, you're in a country that doesn't get that. Too bad. Here's your money back.
Oh, so I learned about this today. Oh,
Hey,
did we get him?
yeah.
Ah, ow. But the ugly has shown. Run.
Shut up. Vos, cabrón, siempre más bien pendejada de siempre. Nunca vas a parar vos.
Yeah, but what was it? Oh,
He's
what was I saying?
speaking
Oh,
in Mexican moon runes. Run!
but I've heard that so far, Sony has yet to retract the requirements still. So
Oh,
all the countries that can't access it still can't access it, despite the fact that saying we're working on it, we're working on it.
Steam's apparently
And it's
giving
just
out
like,
refunds for pre-orders though. For that.
mm-hmm.
yep. It's
I mean for
Oh,
Helldivers.
I thought you were
They
talking about
yeah
the Ghost
no
of Tsushima still.
oh no yeah no but that's something that's mixed in with it. The fact that it's not available on Steam in those nations still that don't have access to PSN, despite the fact that they're saying well, we're working on it. Well,
they
actually
ain't
no.
working on shit.
Well, no, they actually, the Arrowhead has said that we're working on it, but Sony has given them the complete cold shoulder,
Shocker there.
saying nothing to them. So it's
Sony?
just like,
Shitty?
oh my god.
Never.
Yeah, I know.
See, that would be one of those things though, where it's like, at that point, Arrowhead's got a decision to make. They can either break contract, citing negligence of fiduciary duties, which is something that it's something you can actually bring up in a court case.
Yep.
The problem is Sony's legal team will drag that shit out until Arrowhead's out of business.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the one disadvantage of these big companies.
And honestly, like, it would be cool if the what was it? What was the government body that tried to help out in the U.S. with Sony's case to stop Microsoft and Activision's merger?
Oh god.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
like the oh shit. I'd like to say it was like the FCC or something like that.
I think it was the FCC as well, but you come to find out that the judge that was actually overseeing that entire case was they weren't even barred anymore. They didn't have their bar license for like the last 3 years. And on top of that, it had been like well over 2 years since they verified their employment information. Meaning this was someone who was not supposed to be working because they didn't have any of the paperwork that they're supposed to keep up to date.
I mean, let's be real here. With all the clowning that's going on in the world, do you honestly think that anyone's legitimate at all?
Yeah,
Oh
really.
hell no! But if I so much as if I so much as put the wrong scratch of ink on a piece of paper, I'll get thrown in jail. Man, what the fuck?
That's convenience of dollar signs, my friend. That is the shield of the dollar sign.
I'm still
Yeah.
not giving ATF my $200 tax stamp. They can tax
Oh,
that.
you don't even have to. They actually stopped that.
Oh.
That's cool. I'm still sending a dick pic to the ATF HQ.
I'm gonna send you something real quick. I'm gonna send some.
No.
Not you, KJ. Not
Okay.
you. But I saw this at a local flea market. I already showed KJ it.
Oh,
I just wish I had the money for it.
Understandable.
dude, no, I there is a good chance that we're gonna end up getting it and just seeing what the hell's wrong with it and see if we can get it to run.
Oh no.
Like, no problem.
You
No
see what I
worries.
just sent in general?
Yeah, I'll put it in general.
It's like it's old as dirt, and then on top of that, it's like
Hang on.
we just have to figure out what the hell kind of ammunition we have to run through it.
I'm imagining because when I looked at it closer,
Yeah,
it had Russian words, so I'm imagining it's probably 762 by 54 R.
yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Where is it? Share. My phone is acting like a bitch. I just love old technology. I mean, this ain't even old. That's the worst part. It ain't even old.
How old is your phone?
I want to say about 6. It's a Kyocera.
Kyoceras were always bottom of the barrel, even for bottom of the barrel though.
You know what's weird though is that despite how much crap everybody talked about Kyoceras, those were some of the best performing as far as longevity is concerned.
Agree to disagree. ZTE was way better.
I mean, to be fair, I had someone chuck my phone down a flight of stairs and it didn't break. So
fair enough.
I have a buddy of mine.
I put it in the general. I'll be right back.
That his specific phone, they don't make the model that he uses, and he uses it specifically for work because apparently the dang thing has like a fat antenna built into the casing that gives him like buku range as far as getting a signal from the closest cell tower.
Buku range?
A lot of range, like more range than this phone should have any right to.
Ah, yeah, Kyoceras, like, for as much as they were crappy bricks, like, I had Kyoceras, I fucking hated them, but, like, I will give them, they had extremely good range.
So you see it now, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. I need one of
Yeah,
those in my
man.
front yard.
Yeah.
They
And
wanted
the thing
$5,000 for it.
is like that probably just needs a shine job, and then we can test to see if we probably don't even need to worry about water. We could try using antifreeze.
Probably.
You know what the real fun would be though?
Hmm.
Raccoon hunting with what fucking
Oh,
thing?
jeez.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen how they hunt pigs out there in Texas?
Texas.
I can't say I do. No.
Stand by, stand by.
Oh
Is
no.
it they use a Madeuse?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, jeez. If it's worse than a Madeuse, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Oh no. I'm already just bracing.
My bet is on cannons. Me after the IRS got my tax filings, and it was just a note that said Texas Fed boy.
All right, I posted
Let's
it.
Oh no. What the fuck is that? Nice.
Let's see. Probably someone gonna be like, "Oh yeah, let's go!" Oh, yeah. Oh, that poor camera though.
And you got the support marksman right beside him to finish him off.
I'm gonna.
The first
Oh,
barrage doesn't work.
that. Oh, you don't even need to worry about. You don't even need to worry about dressing the hog at that point. It's already dressed. You just need to finish cutting off what's left.
Jeez. They sometimes use helicopters and fly with saws and saw light machine guns and such.
I
Yeah,
Like they
need
got
to-
them in Hueys.
I need to go to
Dude,
Texas, boys.
No. Here's the thing. We're joking
here's a-
about that, but the fact that there are actually outfits out there that will hire you just to go kill hogs as contract work, because there's so fucking many of them.
Again,
I
take
just
me
posted
there.
another one. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
It's either like welcome to Texas. You can either go work on an oil rig or you can go kill hogs for a living.
Hell yeah,
Hey,
dude, give me
man.
the gun. Let's fucking go.
Easy money, easy money.
Yeah, easy money no matter what you do. Let's see, we got this one going. That
Like they're
chopper
flying.
still exists. Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
they've been using that shit for a long time, dude. And now you got
Oh, man.
civvies running with machine guns, lighting them up.
Yeah. I'm surprised this model still exists.
It's a dependable helicopter.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there are still Marines that use the M1911, and they use the Browning
World Wars,
M2.
man. I said it won 2 World Wars, man. What more do you need?
Yep.
I know, right?
Although I'm surprised about the
Well,
M2 Browning.
Well, yeah, the Madeuse,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then dude, have you seen that? What was it? What was it? The Dushka.
The Dushka.
You never heard of the Dushka?
No. I've
The
seen people starting...
DSHK
It's called
41.
Oh, the dinner plate. Isn't
Yep,
it?
the dinner plate.
Yeah.
Yep, the Russian dinner plate. 716 by 54. And it is fun.
So that's the DP. That's the DP. Hold on, give me a second. Let me go do this.
Wait,
this search real
am
quick.
I-
Because
Wait, am I thinking of something else?
yes, you're thinking of. So that's the
that
DP-21.
Dushka. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Soviet heavy machine gun, you mean? The Dushka.
Oh yeah, the Dushka.
Yes. That's
I'm
basically
dumb. I'm dumb
the
right
Russian
now.
version of the M2 Browning, and it's just made so much worse by the fact that it's basically they took the 50 cal and they made it fully automatic.
How is that
Well, that's
worse,
what the M2.
dude?
That's literally the M2.
So the M2 Browning is one thing, but they took the Barrett 50 cal, gave it a way longer barrel than it had any right to, and then they also made that entire platform fully automatic, but it looks like a smorgasbord of parts that don't belong together. And when you pull the trigger, this thing has so much kinetic pressure inside the barrel that when it finally exits and vents the gases, it basically creates a blast wave that can knock out the gunner if he's not bracing for it.
Again, I'm hearing no problems here, dude.
I mean, that sounds like piss poor machinery if you can't control it. I mean, they had guys in Vietnam. I forget what his name was. He was a sniper.
Hold on, I'm looking
That
up
was
Fat Electrician real quick because he covered this
yeah.
thing.
I see the video, but like there was a sniper in Vietnam that put a scope on a Madus and was sniping the Viet Cong with it. I'm not even joking.
Oh
The
man,
guy,
that's awesome.
he retrofitted the Madus to fire single fire or semi-auto, so he could just go pop, 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 and just light him up.
Sounds fun.
Let's see, Fat
Wait,
Electrician.
no. Sorry, maybe that doesn't sound so fun. Sorry, I was like, wait a minute. Sorry, that sounded pretty fucked up to me. I was only half paying attention, then it dawned on me what the hell you said. Sorry.
Jeez.
I swear,
All right,
Chad,
so let me
I'm
go
totally
ahead
feigning
and.
to be loud
I
around
found the
guns.
picture of the guy.
Oh right,
Uh,
you just imbibed that whole unholy concoction of yours. Oh, you
I'm
beat me
slowly
to it.
working on it, dude. I'm about a quarter of the way through already, and that's like 300 milligrams of 400 of caffeine.
Jeez.
Oh, I never told you about that time I got that I drank like at the very beginning of work. I drank a 300 milligram
Oh man, come
C4,
on.
but that's not the worst part.
Yeah.
At lunchtime, I didn't even think about it, and then I had another 300 milligram.
Holy smokes.
Oh no.
Needless to say, I could feel my heartbeat.
Fun.
Do you wanna retell how bad I did it once when we were both working together? The fact that you were talking to me and then you
My bad, Aaron.
realized sometime after the fact that I was actually asleep with my eyes wide open.
I still got a picture of you sleeping in the break room.
Oh man.
Where did it
Yeah, those were
save
some
to?
good times.
Oh,
Those
what
were
was
stupid decisions were made, but man, that was good times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's in downloads.
But yeah, what was it?
Download.
I think it was like well over 1,000 milligrams of caffeine were ingested just to try and keep me awake. And by the end of 2 weeks, it wasn't even. It's like I had a tolerance that was exceeding 1,000 milligrams. Like
I used to drink energy drinks like soda. It wasn't even funny.
Mhm.
I bought them by the pack.
Dude, you started drinking Surge because that had more of an effect on you. Jesus, what is that?
That
I
is
need
the
it.
Sniper M2.
I need it.
Somebody give that man a medal and give me his gun.
They did several medals, and then he sent several pounds of metal at the enemy.
Yeah. Why aren't we funding stuff like this? Like, oh, well, it doesn't have that much operational capability. Bullshit, he's doing it.
Well, it was a niche thing. Like it was a niche thing, and he found something that worked. I mean,
Yeah.
the predecessor to the AC-130 was made during that time period.
Yeah, the spooky. Here, let me
They
look that
literally
one up real quick.
took a scout plane, opened up the entire left side of it, and stuck a whole bunch of machine guns out the side of it, and used it for close air support.
Could you imagine
Or
using
ha-
one of those
Yeah.
for hog hunting?
don't tempt me with a good time, man.
Shit, you're right.
I'm trying to find the okay, screw it, AC-130. Here we go. Oh, ads. I don't care about. I don't
Do
care
you need
about
me to
you.
find it for you, dude? Do you need me to
I
find it for
found
you?
it. I found it. It's just.
You
It's
founded
like
it?
I shut up. I found it. Here you go.
Mi amigo, Ingles. I can't say shit. I can't speak a lick of or barely any
I put it
Spanish.
in.
I know enough to call someone a fucking idiot. That's kind of about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know like almost all the curse words. And I can get run a
I mean,
passable conversation.
I learn a lot of the curse words from Kevin because what was it? No,
Wait, are
yeah,
we using
I
real
learned a lot.
names? Then
I mean,
Hi, I'm Ira.
I mean, I'm tired right now, dude. I just got off a
No,
long
it's fine.
day.
So Mad Game and Matt, aka Matt. Then you've got
Yeah.
Camoku as me, Kevin, and then of course
Yeah, me.
Sentient
Ira.
Ira.
Yeah, I'm not all here.
No,
It's
it's
all good,
fine.
man.
You think I am?
I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh, for the love of. Porque siempre andas hablando esa pendejada contigo. Cada pinche oportunidad que tomas, vos, pinche güero.
See, this is where I learn all my Spanish from.
Yeah, I learned my Spanish by just getting my Honduran friend to get angry at me all the time. Let it be said, I don't need enemies. My friends are good enough.
Hey, man, at least you know if shit goes down, you got good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Speaking of guns, I found my bucket list gun, but I can't afford it yet.
Is it the AK-50 that Brandon Herrera just set up?
No.
Nobody
no.
talk about that because I have not watched that video yet. Like
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
haven't seen it yet either. But my
that dropped last night.
my bucket list rifle is a Springfield trapdoor rifle.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
It is the first cartridge-based rifle ever used by the United States military.
Nice.
And a guy has it at the pawn shop for $950.
My bucket list rifle, which I know I'll never get, is a Car 98.
Shouldn't be too hard to find them.
No, I know. It's just like a lot of the pawn shops around here, unless I go about an hour or two out of the way, don't sell guns at all.
Okay.
Oh God!
It's
My
all
condolences.
just clothing and like old shit like from old ladies' estate sales.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how that feels.
I mean, the only reason I got a lot of the fun stuff I've got is because I've just been stupidly lucky for some reason.
It happens.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I mean, also like all the good equipment is ending up at our local pawn shop for some reason.
I think people are getting rid of a lot of the stuff that they don't think they'll need when
When everything hits the fan, yeah. But it's like this. It's like, man, come on. You're talking about like stuff that runs on 5.7, 308, 7.62, 5.56, 9 mil, like really common stuff. 45. Like, what the heck? You're getting rid of all this good equipment. Why? Because oh well, it's all gonna be over anyway. It's like
that's okay.
okay.
I'll take my 303 all day long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like I'll take my chances, but if I go down, I at least want to go down swinging.
If I go down, I'm going down collecting as many blue helmets on pikes as I can.
Yeah.
Hey man, they'll drop just as easily with a 303 as they will with a 5.56.
There you go. So if I was gonna say the video I posted, if you go to the 50-second mark, that's when they start talking about the spooky.
If it'll load in. I told 20, 30, 40,
Yep.
50.
The AC-47 spooky.
Yes.
It will kill.
This is a cargo plane. It turned it into a drive-by vehicle.
I mean, that's exactly what it was.
See, the funny thing is those guys operated by sight. The AC-130 does it all with computers.
Yeah. I mean, could you they did it by sight and then by computer, and then you have like the M50 that did it by 50 cal machine gun as their sighting line.
Yep.
I don't know if you know what the M50 is.
That sounds familiar.
It's an armored weapon. You can play it on like War Thunder or something like that. But essentially, it is 4 tubes. It has 4 barrels. It's a how would you describe it?
The thing. You're talking about the thing, the tank with the
yeah.
it's the thing that has like 4 missile tubes on it.
It's called the M50 Ontos.
Yes, the Ontos.
Literally made by it has 6 tubes. My bad, but it literally was made by farmers and the Marines.
Nice.
The bazooka tank.
And how they spotted with it was it had each of the tubes had a 50 cal on it, and they would just fire the 50 cal just to line up. I was like, oh, it's going to land over there. All right, bet.
Bang.
You think I could convince Town Hall to let me register one of those as a farm vehicle?
I mean, it's got tracks.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
I swear, man, I just need to plow some fields with this.
Yeah, and remove some roots from the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm landscaping.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make a pond in that general direction. Not exactly where it's gonna end up, but it's gonna end up there.
If I take out the neighbor's cat, no, I didn't. Shut the hell up.
You're gonna take out more than
casual. That's a. You're gonna take out the cat, the neighbor's car, and the freaking the shed that wasn't supposed to be past the property line.
Nah, man, it's not the shed that's past the property line. It's that fence that he refuses to actually properly set up that falls down every windstorm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, on top of that, it has the 50 cals on top, and then it has an additional 50 caliber, just so they could just shoot in a general area as well, as a support gun.
I need firewood, guys. Excuse me a second.
You could chop down an entire tree line in 3 seconds.
Hmm.
Here you go.
Okay, baby, I'm gonna pick you up. Come here.
I can't tell.
No, don't you try running away. Come here.
What's up?
I can't tell if he's talking about a kid or a pet.
No, it's my wife's cat's in the room.
I have three.
She dug her nails into the carpet. Come here.
No, I don't want to be picked up. Screw you.
I'm trying to get her to step onto the plastic mat, so she.
I don't even know what we were talking about originally when I brought up the Unteros.
We were talking about the big ass gun.
Oh, that's right. Talking about the AC 130.
Yep.
Like, we are just jumping everywhere. I don't know where we're going with this.
Welcome to StarchCast. We jump everywhere.
Yeah, no, the whole point is just a fun. I was actually about to state that attention to with this cat on my lap. Anyways, but yeah, so the whole point of this podcast is we start with a singular topic and then proceed to rubber band around it and fire off in like 50 different directions that mock Jesus.
So have we even been to the main topic, or we just? I think we're just winging it at this point, right?
We're just winging it at this point because we did start with. Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. When I dropped in, it was talking about Sony shenanigans.
I mean that's pretty much where we were starting off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then in that case, I can bring us back around real quick.
Yep. Speaking of big guns on tanks.
I mean, big guns on tanks, and then you've got fucking idiots in power armor that don't know what they're doing.
Fuck the Fallout show. That is such a piece of shit. Poorly written. The retcons make none of the games make any fucking sense. The soundtrack is hot garbage. None of these motherfuckers can act their way out of a paper bag.
Okay, well, I agree with you on everything except for the soundtrack, because
I'm not
the
talking like
the
music with like Johnny Cash or any of that. I'm talking just the orchestral shit meant to evoke emotions.
I
just wanted a clarification on that.
Yeah, no. The other shit was good shit. I love the ink spots and all them. I'm just saying the stuff meant to evoke emotion came across more inappropriate than anything else.
It just felt so weird. Like I haven't watched the whole show. I'm only on episode 4.
I finished my rewatch earlier today, like before I went in for a shower, dude.
It's just from the very the only thing that I felt was I'm not saying it's good, but the only part that I actually felt was felt authentic was the very, 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 very beginning with the little girl saying like, "My thumb or yours."
Yeah,
that was the only part that I felt was good, because the nukes started dropping. People were freaking out. The guy punches someone who was supposedly his best friend in the face, saying, "Yeah, you're not getting in here." That's about the only realistic thing I
Yeah.
felt was about this show.
That's the only good
Self-preservation kicks
part,
in and
too.
everybody's true colors start showing. Yeah.
It's literally all fucking downhill from that scene. It does
Yeah.
not get better. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but
I'm all the way up to the part where what's her name, Jenny?
shit.
Jenny,
The
whoever
blonde lady.
Eye patch?
the vault no, the vault girl
Oh,
who goes
Lucy.
out, Lucy. Thank God. Yeah, that's how much she actually matters to me. And I just watched the show less than a few hours ago. I'm up to the part where she's at the grocery store and she gets tranked by the robot, saying like, "Oh, don't be ridiculous. I'm just gonna harvest your organs." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
It's
Yeah.
like okay. See, my biggest gripe is the fact that everyone who's played these games knows what the jetpack system on the freaking power armor looks like.
Yep.
I have a list of I've got a
They
list of
turn the
gripes."
freaking armor into an Iron Man suit. The freaking
Yep.
jetpacks are in the arms.
They turned the fucking ghouls into junkies.
Yes,
Pretty
they did that
much.
too. Which like
Mhm.
completely kills the whole, and like two major plot points within Fallout 1 are just null and void now.
Not just that, but it even completely fucking nullifies some pretty important information you can find if you're looking in, which is that the government was looking into ways of attaining some form of immortality for its people, and some
Mm-hmm.
chose fucking ghoulification.
Yep.
Like, fuck, man. How did the... That's...
It's bad. It's
Man.
real bad.
And that fucking power armor guy, what is it with these shows and turning their main black characters into emasculated cucks?
Yep.
I have
I
no
mean,
fucking
I
clue, man.
I mean, it kind of irritated me. Like, he's
It's like
going
this
around.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
following as the squire, right? The
Mhm.
yeah,
moment the moment he gets into the power armor, and the moment he can prove that he is worthy of the armor, he becomes the asshole Titus.
yeah.
Yep.
He becomes the very thing he hated.
And what irritates me is that okay, you've been getting your ass whooped the entire time you've been an initiate,
Mm-hmm.
and then what? You mean to tell me you've been going through all this bullshit, getting your ass kicked, getting all this training in, and you don't know how to fight, you don't know how to handle a weapon, you don't know how to do anything except, being a latrine cleaner.
Oh,
And then
well,
on top of that,
oh, go ahead.
on top of that, when it comes time to what? Um when it comes time for you to be the hero, you fucking fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And you're paranoid of everyone you see that isn't Brotherhood of Steel.
I mean, he did somehow manage the triple headshot that mute bear, even though the guy
Yeah,
in
the
power armor
Yaogwai.
couldn't. Yeah, the Yaogwai. Even though the guy in power armor punched it several times and it didn't react, and he just
Well, like
shoots it
that's
three
another.
times with a pistol in the
Obviously, his
head
luck
and
stats
somehow
10.
offs it.
Well, yeah, that's my thing though. It's like the part of my brain tried to kick on and be like, oh well, maybe they're just stat differently. And no, I've lost count of how many times there's players that have gone up with raw stats in a power armor suit and gone full fisticuffs against a Yaogwai and actually come out on top.
Yeah, like the
And
power armor is supposed to be some really potent stuff, high
yeah,
protection, high
and
boost of strength, and everything.
the lore within all the games has never once said that power armor users get felled by a Yaogwai that easy. You know the only thing that can actually kill a power armor user like that quickly?
A nuke?
No, a fucking death claw. Well, yeah, a nuke, but that's beside the
Yeah,
point.
Also,
I mean,
tunnelers,
he
probably.
Uh like the Brotherhood of Steel, Lions Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 3 has actually gone on, like one of their characters has gone on record to say, like when you're talking to them, that every time they face a Deathclaw, it's like they're just walking cans of Spam, and the
Mhm.
Deathclaw can just slice them open like butter.
Mm-hmm.
They don't stand a chance against Deathclaws. But mind you, no, it's Yao Guai took a couple swipes at Knight Titus, and now he's fucking dying from internal bleeding.
That was so
Mhm.
fucking stupid too.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck were these guys thinking? This genuinely felt like an act of malice to me.
Mm-hmm.
it's Todd Howard. He doesn't know how to write a story. He doesn't like this dude is
He was writing on the coattails of the previous setup.
yeah,
Hmm.
like this man has gone out of his way to screw up the lore for the first and second Fallout, Fallout Tactics, and Fallout New Vegas, to where I actually found out something interesting.
What's that?
Bethesda Studios actually, because of what was it? There was a they were supposed to get a bonus if they managed to reach a sales number by a certain amount of time. The
Mhm.
developers would get a really fat bonus out of everything. Well,
Mm-hmm.
when it came to the sales numbers and all the Metacritic scoring, they beat the tiebreaker, but they were off on their sales by 1 point.
Yeah, I saw that. You watched
And
Gundam
Bethesda,
too.
yep. And Bethesda fucking said, "Oh, you're not getting the bonus." And on top of that, because I guess you guys managed to somehow break, break the stalemate between this and Fallout 3, you guys are only getting half your pay.
I'm not
Like, what the
surprised.
fuck? Like,
I mean,
dude,
it's Todd Howard we're talking about here.
yeah, but it's just so stupid because that's my thing. Like, I've never had respect for Todd Howard. Granted, fucking there's some select people in the industry that I also don't have respect for because they're a bunch of fucking morons that don't know how to make an actual video game. But Todd Howard is supposed to be one of these guys that actually does know. But then you see Starfield, you see Fallout 4, you see Fallout 76, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
It just works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Fucking hell.
That's still one of my favorite songs too.
It
heard that?
just
You never heard
works.
Wait a minute,
It
there's a
just
song?
works. It just works. Who's
Oh,
laughing now?
you haven't heard that song?
You gotta link it. You gotta link it. I'll
Yeah,
play that on
link
stream.
that
I'm
shit,
gonna
dude. Sorry, I'm gonna go silent. I gotta staple a window. Hold on.
go
You
ahead.
guys are free to talk, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, that song is that's a banger.
All right, I'm putting it. I'm all right. Putting it in the general so he can watch it later.
I'm gonna watch it right now. I'm gonna just air this live on stream. Let's go.
I mean, you probably get copyright strike, but all right, hey,
I
that's
don't
a
give a
you
fuck.
thing. Like your
Well,
funeral,
Wait, you're singing
brother.
too? Nice.
I'm doing free use. What was it? I'm citing free use. I'm commenting on this, and we're using it as supplementary for the episode we're doing on the podcast. It's fine.
Hell yeah. I'm
But
back,
yeah,
by the way.
like this dude's been screwing up so bad, he's basically become a meme. The Elder Lol 76.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's because like Homeboy is just chronically guilty of pushing the fuck out of Skyrim while being a full on detriment to everything else that his studio is supposed to be working on.
That's, I mean, guys like him and the other big names, EA, what is it? Well, it's you got EA, Bethesda, Activision,
Oh yeah,
all these different companies. That's why I go to indies, always to indies.
yeah,
Because
and I was
if I'm disappointed, I've only spent $20 at most.
do you see
Maybe
how much
30.
Buckshot runs for right now? Buckshot is $3 right now, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy that created it made a multiplayer add into it. He updated it to run multiplayer.
shit.
So now you can play Buckshot Roulette on multiplayer.
Damn.
The Garden of Banban 7 just came out. What the fuck?
Nice.
I heard something about that. How is the Garden of Banban series?
Oh,
Is this what is this, a horror game?
Last time I heard laughter like
yes.
that, I was
Oh,
getting
they got a
seduced.
yeah. It's a
Man.
it's a horror series. It's really weird to describe the story You'd have to watch. You'd have to watch the game theorists on it.
Is this the game where if you scream, oh, geez, what
No,
the fuck?
no.
I just watched one of the characters get their head stuck in the bandsaw.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he glitched through the water
Oh
wheel
yeah,
that cuts the $100 for a DLC. What the fuck?
yeah.
Oh, right, it's all the glitches and whatnot.
What in
Just being
Sam hell is
exaggerated as
this,
hell.
dude?
What?
Oh yeah, no, it's bad.
This looks like hot garbage. I'll have to play this one of these days. I just add that the first
Ah!
one to my library.
Wait, what's your game?
Garden of Bam
Oh,
Bam.
the Garden of Bam Bam.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is this review? Jumbo Josh gave me a jumbo boner.
Ah!
What?
And that's
That's
enough
funny.
internet for the day. Of course, what am I saying? There's never enough internet.
All right.
Never enough.
Oh, never at all. But yeah, just got part. Oh, I'm just gonna take 50% of the video and then just go back to doing the. Oh, hey, I'm not subscribed to this guy. Subscribe to Chalk Eaters because that is
Works. It just
criminal that I'm not subscribed to them.
works.
Oh wait, didn't they also do? Oh, great, man, it's taking forever to load. Screw it, I'll do it later.
I know his internet, like, at least here's been fucked for the last couple of days. Like, incredibly slow. And I've been hearing issues from other people theirs have been too. That's kind of weird.
This is around the time frame where my internet gets completely throttled by Cox. At least that's how it normally is. Like, so if I cut out all of a sudden, just
It's
a
okay,
fair
man.
warning.
We'll know you're taking
Yeah.
a deep dicking.
All right, let's see here.
I wasn't
Go to the
expecting that,
store
alright.
real quick. Was it Garden of Bam Bam?
Garten,
it's a-
not Garden.
My bad. Jeez.
Hey. Oh,
Garden.
the game just recently popped up. Skyer Ritual or Skier
What
Ritual.
the
I've heard of that.
fuck
Isn't that made
is
by the same guys who
this?
made a Skier? Or Skier?
I don't know.
Why does this look like?
But the game plays like Call of Duty zombies from way back in the day.
Oh,
Like
what
World at War
game is
zombies?
this?
Yeah. The old school Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh
World
yeah.
at War.
Well, yeah. Nazi zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same people that made Made of Scare.
Oh, nice.
What's the name of the
Yeah,
game? So I can search it up.
This game is called Scare Ritual. Sker Ritual. They got the demo out right now.
Good lord, my backlog's
Scare
ever
Ritual.
increasing.
There's just so many fun looking games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 177 games on my
Oh,
wish
this looks
list right
good.
now.
So do I.
Oh, I don't even want to look at mine.
How much thinks 170? Like, let me actually check real quick.
Yeah, I've also got Manor Lord on my wish list because
This looks like if Nazi
Oh, sorry,
zombies
253.
combined. This looks like if Nazi zombies and Metro Last Light had a baby.
I played it and I
Look.
actually felt some tension for once. You know how you usually play a game like it's a slug.
Oh,
This one-
it's a supercharger. It's the legally
Yep.
distinct. It's the legally distinct Pack-a-Punch.
Mm-hmm.
The big dog.
For legal
Lucky.
reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons.
Well, that's a joke for legal reasons.
But yeah, it actually plays really well, and you get to unlock different costumes and such.
Nice.
But it's weird because it's set in like the Victorian era, I want to say.
Oh, so
But-
it's like was it 1986 the order or yeah.
Right, but here's the thing: you get the AK-47 and the MP5 and some other weapons too. So take that for what you will.
Nice.
So if you don't have enough with a flintlock, you can just pull out your trench shotgun and teach these
Yeah.
fuckers the meaning of death.
Or go
Yeah.
full USSR and just go like, "Good day, comrade. Meet AK."
Just spray and pray. Damn you scum sucking rats.
Ducka duck. Oh, and there's actually it's what is it? Not the first one, but you know how like when they had like their token where you actually have to go and unlock things and it's actually based in a story?
Oh, was it Knock there on Totten?
Yeah. This actually has a story to it and you go and unlock it
Yes.
different sections.
Awesome.
But that's not going to be until next month when I can pick that up.
Jesus, wish list 235. I got too much shit.
Something went wrong.
Breath Edge,
Good?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, Duskers, Hacknet,
Oh,
Fallout
that's
4.
weird.
Amazingly enough, I want to get that on the PC again.
My webcam seems to have died. Hold on.
Oh,
Thankfully, I'm
oh
busy
look,
doing
hey,
my
Beauty
VTuber
Pen, Legend of the
avatar.
Brofist.
Let me just get her working again. I hope.
Tank Mechanic Simulator, Event Zero. What's this about? Oh, this is the. This
there
is
we go.
you have to learn how to read DOS 2 code if you want to get around the space station that you're in.
What's
Loading.
the oldest game that you put on your wish list and when
Oh,
did you put it in there?
okay, hold
Me
on.
or
Sort
Camoku?
by
Either of you on your Steam
release
wish
date.
list.
Let's see.
All right.
No, not by release date, but when you put it in.
Oh,
Sort
let me
by
see.
date added. Let me just scroll all the way to the bottom now. Angerfoot apparently.
When'd you put
Anger.
it in?
July 12th of 2022.
What
You'll-
do you?
Fallout 4, November 10, 2015.
Oh, how do you see your shit you've already bought?
I don't know.
Let's see. I got West of Loathing as the next thing that was added in.
So
Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005 is also added in.
yeah, mine was Universal Sandbox. Came
That's a
out.
fun game.
I haven't got I of course don't have it, but I added it on 9/8/2015. And the funny thing is, I actually have games on my wish list that were free. I just haven't added them to my library yet.
I get it.
I hear you.
Like EverQuest, I added that, a long time ago.
Dude, here's an old one that you might know of. It was released in 2016, but it basically plays like Myst. It's called Burn.
Old? That is not old.
You're killing
I
my
know it's
soul.
not old,
about.
but I mean, it's based off the mechanics that it's based off of are pretty old.
Myst.
If we're talking like Myst.
Yeah, that's a game my dad used to play religiously.
I loved Myst.
They actually made a VR mod for it too.
Nice. Gonna have to do that.
Sorry, I went off on you old. I'm like, I'm not that old. I'm literally the oldest one in this chat. I feel old. Like, fuck.
Yeah, come on. What knowledge do you have to give us, O wise sage?
Modern gaming is bullshit. Play the indies and the oldies.
And taxes are theft.
Oh yeah, no shit. Taxation is
100%.
theft.
We had roads before we had the income tax.
We had Roadhead too.
Could you imagine Roadhead on a horseback?
Just the old reach around.
So that's how we got to Lockjaw. Okay. I was wondering how that was.
Or back before they added suspensions on carts.
Oh, jeez.
So,
You start
Barnaby.
going down the hill on a bumpy track.
No. Hang on tight. Hang on to something.
No, she's hanging on to something. I don't think you like what she's got.
So, Barnaby, why are you coming in today?
By the way,
and why are you bloody?
By the way, KJ, I like how you have in your description a Christian stream.
Oh, no, it's anything but. It's anything but. We get the fucking call from the priest I'm friends with. Like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, that hurt.
It's like, so Sunday, I expect to see you early for confession. Yes, sir. I mean, yes, Father. I know, I fucked up.
Oh, what was it?
Ooh,
Oh,
Zork, Grand Inquisitor. There's.
hold on.
Oof.
Oh,
If
there
we're
was a
talking about like something, I don't know what it is about like the older you like, the more you go back towards like the 80s, there was so much more effort put into story writing before you even started making the fucking game. I just slammed my fist on the damn desk to make that emphasis.
there was
Right,
a
it was you
D&D short.
first.
There was a D&D short I was listening to, and I about fell out of my chair laughing at work because I was at break. I was at
Oh, is this
break.
the
No,
what
no,
was
no,
it the clown?
no. This is something different. So a cleric and a warlock are arguing, right? It's like
Right.
the cleric's like, "We're not the same." It's like, yes, of course we're the same. We both have our deities that we serve. It's like, right, but here's the difference. Whenever I say, "Forgive me, Father, I have sinned," instead you go like, Sorry, Daddy, I've been a naughty boy." We're not the same.
Instead of
I'm
give
gonna
me
need a drink
harder
for that one.
battles, it's harder, please.
Jeez, man.
Forgive me, Daddy, I've been naughty.
How did we get here?
I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Oh, here's one game. Here's one game that came out recently, like as of 2 years ago, and it's literally written in such a way that the end of was it depending on didn't matter which ending you get. If you get the true ending, you get the biggest plot twist that doubles as a slap in the face to the player.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's basically you don't exist, and you're seeing this from the perspective of the
Oh,
of
you're talking
the
about Prey.
no needy streamer overload.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
thought you were talking
whole
about
the
Prey.
no Prey is also Prey also has that plot twist, but I'm amazed that like needy streamer overload was able to do it while the game looks so happy-go-lucky and all pink pastel colored.
Wasn't Prey the studio that produced Prey? Wasn't that one of the ones that Microsoft shut down?
Yep.
That
Yes,
sucks.
indeedy. They've so Microsoft is doing the exact same thing that Disney did, where they're picking up and cannibalizing every studio they can get their hands on just to pump up their numbers for the next quarterly earnings report, so that they can keep the stock the shareholders happy. If the shareholders aren't happy, that basically just spells death for a company because they can just pull out and that's it. There's no more funding.
That sucks.
Yeah, which at that point the incentive isn't let's make good product, it's let's keep these guys happy so we can keep the money coming in. But now it's to a point where that's a vicious cycle that's slowly but surely decaying and degrading everything. Because now it's why everything is being called corporate slop. This was not made for you. This is just something they could pump out to possibly artificially pump the numbers and make it look like we've actually achieved the quarterly earnings goal for the next 3 to 4 months until we have to do this again and pull another stupid idea out of our ass to get this done again. And all in all, with what Disney did back in '08 in the first economic crash, they started buying up every single studio they could get their hands on, and they were able to stay afloat for like a good amount of time. Fast forward 10 years later, and now they have to do that again, and except this time it's not working because Marvel's failing. What was it? Every other studio that they bought up is also failing. They've had to do shutdowns and layoffs, and now you've got the Hollywood. What was it? Hollywood had like the writers and actors strike. I don't even know what's going on with that anymore. But then you come
I
over
mean,
to the
did we
video game
really
side
even
of
notice any?
things.
Did we really notice any change in quality after that happened?
If
Not
No,
anything,
really.
I'd wager it got
because
worse.
no. The reason you don't notice any drop in quality when that strike happened is because guess what everyone did? They started using AI to do everything. And you come to find out the AI is doing the same quality of work for free.
So then why do we
That's
have
really
That
cool.
the
just
I've
goes to
noticed.
snake oil salesman still?
Yeah. So, but then come over to the video game side of things, and you're seeing that in the video games industry, Microsoft and Sony were doing the same damn thing, and now they're all getting. Now you're coming to see that both these ships are now on fire and sinking, and they can't bail out the water fast enough. To where
Well, I mean,
Microsoft has
well, here's the
gotten rid
thing:
of the.
they're not
What's up?
bailing out the water at all. They're not bailing the water out at all. They're like, everything is fine, everything is fine, everything is fine.
Yeah. What was it? Microsoft has had to lay off almost everybody that was in the uh Sony is run by people who would drown if it rained, and they still have no competition because Microsoft is the 8-year champion of slamming your dick in the car door.
Is that wrong though? Like I've seen that
No,
everywhere.
you're this sums up everything of why it's all just going down the drain. I was gonna say right before I read this, Microsoft has had to lay off was it 80% of the staff working on the consoles, citing failure to meet their sales goals. Now you've got them shuttering every single company that they've bought up to now, especially the people that made Hi-Fi Rush, which, mind you, that game was successful.
From what I heard, that like the whole Texas closings like wasn't even because of like that shit. Apparently, it was just completely political, and like they still haven't actually told the employees why the hell they closed. Because they even like
Yeah,
sacked the IT guy and everything.
yeah. They sacked the people, but chances are that the people that were supposed to get sacked, they were told, just fix it. We don't care about specifics. Just get it done." And that was it. So the person that had to basically pull the trigger on everyone went, "I'm gonna just redirect this to the people that are actually making us money," just because they wanted to be petty. And of course, someone's gonna be like, "You don't know that. You're not a professional. You don't work for the industry." No, I don't. But I also know. I also do. Well, the one thing I do know is that when someone's petty, they'll go out of their way to screw over the people that are actually putting in the work, because that's
Mm-hmm.
literally what every fucking person in management does. Rather than actually backing up the people that are putting in the work and making the good product that gets you the money, they go out of their way to screw those people just because they got slightly inconvenienced sometime in the past.
Some things never change.
Yeah. Right now,
Stupid.
you're
Stupid never
seeing,
changes.
yeah. uh right now what you're seeing in every single gamer and commentator on the internet is saying the same thing. We are witnessing the beginning of the second video game crash.
Yep. Duck and
And
cover, folks.
oh, not even duck and cover. If you've got an idea, get to work on it, because right now, maybe not right now, but when shit finally hits the fan, you're seeing Sony's going down, Microsoft's going down, Nintendo's going down. The people that are going to be making money are the indies.
Mm-hmm. And I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm over here like, damn, I should really get off my ass and start trying to make a video game if that's the case. Because what was it? The dudes. What was it? Um, I'm reminded of the dudes that made Cuphead.
Mm-hmm.
That is still
Those
awesome to
guys
me.
gambled. They gambled it. They could have
Yep.
lost everything, and no, the game popped off and it became popular to where
I mean,
Sony bought them.
it was so well done. Like
Yeah.
the animation, the music, everything was beyond spectacular because they
Yep.
actually the a damn.
The same goes for the creator of oh fuck, what was the name of it? The Unholy Trinity. What was the name of that game?
Faith.
Faith, yeah, Faith, the Unholy Trinity. The creator of Faith basically rotoscoped the entire thing and made it a 16-bit video game.
Mad respect
And
to that
that
dude.
game popped off. Yeah, that popped off. But the animations were all rotoscoped for the cutscenes. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Again, I'm gonna bring this up for the upteenth time. My Club Nika has a literal crap ton of games that he's made, and they're all out there. And the only reason we know about him is because fucking Buckshot Roulette popped off, and now everyone's going and looking through his other stuff. Then of course you've got the creators of Amnesia. Then you've got Undertale.
Mhm.
Then you've got Five Nights
Yep.
at Freddy's. Then you've got what was it? What was that? My neighbor, I think, or Hello Neighbor.
Yeah. Well, that one didn't really make it through.
No, but that I'm also thinking of another one that came out.
Secret Neighbor?
Hold on. Is it Secret Neighbor?
I don't know. There's too many of those
It
damn neighbor games. I think
was it the game is like the dude's living in like he's basically living in a Muppets neighborhood.
Oh, My Neighborhood
Yeah, My Neighborhood. That was another one.
or My Friendly Neighborhood or something like that.
My Friendly
Let's
Neighbor, I
see.
think.
Yeah, My Friendly
Yeah.
Neighborhood. Yep. Speaking of which, I gotta add this to my wish list real quick. Oh, it is on my wish list.
Yeah, that's funny.
Let's see.
But what it's
You've got all these people that have gone out of their way, and then like of course, Undertale, Toby Fox, and now he's doing Deltarune, and that was successful too.
I
Like
mean,
these,
I haven't seen anything since the first bit of Deltarune.
All I've
there's been a
seen is
lot.
a lot of hentai, and there's a lot of that too.
Well, artists need inspiration. Just leave it at that.
Hey man,
Fucking
I'm all
Yeah.
for playing with your
degenerates.
brush, but not that brush.
But that's just that you have all these people that like have gone out of their way. Oh, there's also the folks that did Pal World, the folks that did Ultra
Yep.
Kill. It's like
Yep.
each of these people, they are taking time out of their lives to make these games. And in some cases, like with Pal World, it was an actual group that
Yep.
was owned by a corporation that was in Japan, and they were told if this doesn't make it off the ground, we are shuttering for business. We are shuttering for good because we no longer have the funding to continue operating this company.
It's literally
Um,
make or break.
mm-hmm.
Oh, there's another
And
one
there's
that came out too.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm looking for a game that came out recently.
I'm gonna look through the rest of my library because there's other games that I can think of. Because you've got where the heck is it? It was here we go. So you've got Cry of Fear. That was a mod for a different video game.
It wasn't like for Half-Life or something?
Yeah, that was a Half-Life mod that it ended up becoming a standalone game. Then you've also got
Oh, what is it? You said Lethal Company, right?
Lethal Company also, yeah, was made by one dude.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Deep Rock Galactic.
Yep.
Devour.
Content warning.
Content warning. Then you've got Gary's mod. Then you've got
Speaking
The
of Gary's
Forest.
mod,
Well, Gary's
fuck
mod was a
Nintendo.
Steam thing.
Yeah, it was a Steam
Battle
thing.
Bit.
BattleBit, yeah, definitely.
BattleBit blew up big. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I still haven't played
Then
KJ had a hard time getting it to load on his, so
yeah,
I'm on
I
Windows
think
now, so I should be fine.
I think now that I switched over to Linux, it should run. So at some point later on, I'm gonna get it.
I mean, it's still dirt cheap. I mean,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
one of the big
definitely.
selling. That was one of the big selling points. It's like playing the original Battlefield, and it's dirt cheap. Like, let me
Let's
check
see.
real quick. The store page, and they kept updating it a lot. Yeah, it's still $15.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to think of. Let's see. Valheim, was Valheim an independently made
Yep.
one also?
Yep.
V Rising.
Then we've got. What was that?
What about V Rising?
Yeah, V
Yep.
Rising.
V Rising was big.
What was it? What was it called? It was another survival game that I have. I'm trying to find it.
I've got plenty of those. Let me go through mine real quick.
Yeah.
So you got 7 Days
The
to
Lone
Die,
Dark. There we go. The Lone Dark is what I was thinking about.
StarCraft, Scrap Mechanics.
Yeah, Scrap Mechanics. Oh, do you
Project-
have was it Space Engineers?
Of course I do.
Yeah. That was another one that is completely independently made, but that shit's popping off too.
Oh, what else is it?
You hear there's new 7 Days coming out, by the way?
Yes, 7 Days getting a standalone game. You told me about that.
Yeah,
Well,
7 Days
no,
Blood Moons.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, they actually have a standalone game coming out.
Pacifica's working on it.
Huh. Oh, like I've got like a list. But one thing, uh, what is that I was about to say? I
What's up?
smoked a little bit just recently, so. Uh,
Eh,
but oh, what is it? There's a game series I used to play way back in the day before I even had a console. It was an online. It was like one of the Flash games I played way back in the day.
Speaking
See if
of,
I can.
Flashpoint is pretty good now if you want to play Flash games again.
Oh yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I need to reinstall it to my computer, in fact.
What was it?
Oh, that reminds me. So one guy made a video game that was a mod, a total conversion mod for Doom 2.
Eh,
It took him 10 years to completely make this game. And when you fire it up, it looks nothing like Doom 2.
It's
It looks like
impressive.
your modern FPS game. Yeah, it's called Total Chaos.
I've seen that.
Yeah, Pyrocynical did coverage on that game, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. But then, of course, you pull up console commands and it's spawning the assets from Doom 2 into the game for Total Chaos, and you're realizing, yeah, the asset looks nothing like the rest of the game itself, and it's because the mad lad that made this game took 10 years to make this total conversion game, and went, okay, it's done. Here you go, guys, have at it.
Let's see if I go through
Like,
find
I
the
And that
really
was a
gotta
passion
sit
project.
down and play that one of these days. Ah, my mic that
Yeah, same. I
Oh,
gotta
you're
get
good.
I gotta get Doom 2 just so I can get that.
fucking webcam died again. Hold on.
Yep.
I'm scrolling through all my old games and I found a game that I wish had survived.
What one's that?
It's called Worlds Adrift.
Oh yeah, I think I actually played that with you for a hot second before it got disconnected like a couple
Yep.
months later. That was
Yep.
sad.
All right. So the game I'm thinking of is from a series called The Last Stand.
Oh, those games are great.
You played those
Hell yeah,
way
I
back in
did.
the day?
Those Road of the Dead and like Castle Crashers. Hell yeah, dude.
I've got Castle
Castle
Crashers
Crashers
too.
was the best.
It still is in that category.
Yeah, they're on Steam, dude. If you want to play
I
them,
don't
right?
have the Black Knight. I have not played the Black Knight yet, but I had so much fun playing as the alien.
Hmm.
Because what is it? If you were able to complete the aliens level in, like, I think there was like a rush mode. If you could complete it in under a certain amount of time, you unlock the alien, and I ended up pulling that off. That shit was
Yeah.
funny.
Hang on, I'm gonna see now. Where is it at? Here we
Hell,
go.
one game series that I'm actually surprised it managed to make it as far as it did.
What's
Hmm?
that?
The Ace Combat series.
I have opinions on the newest entry, but I've already saved them, so I'll just shut the hell up.
Well, no, see,
Uh,
here's the thing. I've played Ace Combat 7, but I've also played 3, I've played 4, I've played 5, I've played 0, and I've played Assault was it Assault Horizon?
Yeah?
My biggest pet peeve with Assault Horizon was it had nothing to do with the rest of the games. I haven't played Ace Combat 6 because that one was locked to the Xbox specifically, so I have to track down a copy of it at some point.
yeah.
Um, but what I appreciated with Ace Combat 7 is that they made callbacks to all the lore for the previous games.
That is nice.
Yeah. So like they stayed within canon to where the last few moments of the game's end is basically acknowledging that this all happens in the future of Ace Combat 5.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
I put in the Discord the game I was mentioning, Worlds Adrift.
Alright, I'll check
Oh,
that out in a second.
speaking of Worlds Adrift,
Mm.
it doesn't play the same way as Worlds Adrift, but I'm trying to look through my I'm looking through my
It was a
my
game.
library right now.
Yeah.
Void Train plays like Worlds Adrift, except you can't just fly off into a random direction. You are
Yeah.
anchored to a rail line.
Yep. But to give a synopsis, uh, for Worlds Adrift, essentially it was a test made game. Basically, the guys from Bosa think those are the guys that did, or at least worked in associate. No, what was it? The guys that made Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Bosa was contracted to work with them, but for some reason, the guys who did the
Come up, let's get you out of the
Angry
room. I
Birds
know you don't
game,
want to be here no more.
Yeah.
the one who did the Angry Birds game, they backed out of the deal because no one was really buying the game. But the game was excellent. It was like broke my heart when they announced that they were gonna shut down everything.
Understand.
Yeah,
Like,
they were only up and running for like 6 months, weren't they?
right. Like, so essentially you fly around in airships. The earth, the surface of the earth is like devastated. You can't access it, but there are floating islands due to some asteroid striking that got all like surfaces floating. And you would fly from with your airships from island to island to island, and some of those islands could be player made.
Yep.
I'm
So the
intrigued.
world was evolving as the players themselves were building shit or just, leaving stuff behind.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to point out one game that is my absolute favorite. Granted, I only have 7 hours in it, but it was when I heard about it a couple years back, it was early access. Volcanoids. This is one guy that's making it, and it's basically full on. It's full on steampunk. You're on an island. You get brought in by submarine, and then you're on this island with your own drill train, and it's basically like a train with a boring drill.
Okay.
And you go around collecting resources to expand this entire mining operation that you've got going on to explore the island. Every now and again, though, you have to force the train to go underground and stay underground because the volcano on the island will actually erupt, and anything that gets caught on the surface is just absolutely fucking devastated.
I've watched my
Um,
South African friend play that. It looks fun as hell.
Oh yeah, it is. It's very fun as hell. You actually have sometimes you'll get caught off guard. A different fucking drill train that's controlled by the denizens of the island will actually show up and try to jack your shit. And so you can basically have like train to train warfare where it's like you're defending your train, but as soon as you're done defending your train, you can push the offensive and go ahead and jack everything of theirs and just completely demolish their ship, and they don't have a train anymore.
Nice.
But you end up ransacking their resources.
I don't think I gave you kind of the high synopsis of that game, but if you look it up online, like one of the best mechanics of the game was the fact that you had like a grapple hook, and you could Spider-Man swing.
Yeah, the grapple hook was fucking awesome.
That sounds incredibly awesome. And he said that doesn't run anymore?
Yeah, no,
that was back in 2017 that they released that game, man. It's been gone for a long time.
Damn.
Yeah, the game, shit, I'm kind of buzzed right now. The game was.
Here, let me help you out. Let me
Thank
help you
you.
out because I'm the only one. I'm firing on half a cylinder, but I can at least. Let's see what the fuck. World's Drift. Let me pull up the page for it.
You're fine.
Unless they took down the Steam page. Oh,
No,
look,
it's
the
still
Island creator is still up and running.
No, it's the game. The store page is still up. The
Yeah,
game
Bossa
itself.
Studios. Here we go. Games. It's just called Worlds Adrift Island Creator.
Well, no, you can still access that. You can't access Worlds Adrift itself anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me think for just 2 seconds. And
here we go.
Yep. Yeah, you built your airships and you fly around. Once it became apparent, I finally understood work.
Someday we'll get it back. Maybe not the same, but something equal. Okay, like here's from 2020. It's like the most recent comment.
Yeah.
Someone said, someday we'll get it back. Maybe not the same, but something equal. Someone somewhere will replace what we've lost. Hopefully, There was no other game like this. It created its own genre, something I
Yep.
felt that I could play for countless hours, only to take a moment and close my eyes and my airship floated through the endless sky, slowly drifting to sleep as the soundtrack faded in. The game helped me in ways I never thought it did.
Hold it.
I just hope we can set foot on our ships and man the helm once more to discover more, to
Hold
learn more, to uncover stories. And yeah, this is a long ass synopsis. Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just checking something real quick.
Did you
I
see the
just
meme I
I
sent?
looked up. Yeah, I saw the meme. But I just like was looking up like a
Oh,
video.
hold on. I got something right here from last year, September 21st. A user by the name of Siege posted a comment saying, "For those of you not aware, yes, it is currently the work of Lost Skies. I would say an adaptation of Worlds Adrift, but I'm sure it will be Worlds Adrift improved and fixed and ready to go with a new name to go with it." I also
Yep.
noticed there's another one going under Voids Adrift. It will be interesting to see as it plays out. So let's see. We've got Voids Adrift and Lost Skies. So let me see this real quick.
Yeah, supposedly I just saw a video on YouTube that says that they're coming back.
Here we go. Voids Adrift. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up real quick.
Yep, go ahead,
This is
go
the
ahead.
trailer. This was Zavinet Studios.
Where's it at?
I've
it's on
got
your
it playing on
stream.
the stream right now. Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull up your stream then on Twitch real quick.
Yeah. Let me. Oh
Rewind it.
Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, no, it's just a 14 seconds saying Voids Adrift, but okay. So real quick, this is what the menu's supposed to look like, I guess.
How long till the
I
cease
mean,
and desist order?
it kind of does look like the main menu for Worlds Adrift.
Not real.
Internet just crapped out, Matt.
Yeah.
Hell, here we go.
He's getting dick down,
He's
guys.
melted. It's fine, but yeah, you can see right here. It's like this is kind of how it looked too, where you've got like this landscape, and then the distance you can see there's an island floating out there.
Like I said, how long you think until
Um,
the cease and desist?
I, if they issue a cease and desist, I will go out of my way to make a game like this happen and make it
Understandable.
legally distinct. I'll be like, cool. Guess what? There's freaking aliens. We're in space, and fuck you. I will make this shit into the Star Citizen that Star Citizen failed to be.
Preach.
Hell, I'll even add, what was it? Since it's got to be a multiplayer, I figure out some way to be able to recruit what's his name, Thor from Pirate Software to help out with the multiplayer.
Hell yeah.
Heck,
Speaking of,
I'd even bring in homeboy that's in the server that's also working on multiplayer games.
oh, or no, I don't know who you mean.
Let me look through the roster because I forgot his name.
Oh, Screwtape. Screwtape.
Yeah, Screwtape. What the heck is this? Worlds Adrift, take to the skies farewell. Oh, what's
Yeah,
this?
that's
Oh, geez, what did you tag me in, Sentient? Once I became a parent, I finally understood the scene where Yoda gets so tired of answering Luke's questions, he just dies.
Like I asked, is this true, Kamoku?
Uh,
I mean, he's still
I,
with
I,
us.
I can and cannot answer this question.
For legal
Yeah,
reasons, that's a
look,
joke.
it's yeah, for legal reasons, that's a joke. No, it's like okay, like as a parent, your kid is curious. They're gonna want to ask 1,000,001 questions. You're the best thing you can do is just keep talking to them. They'll appreciate you for it later on. Granted, yes, it gets grating, but you just grit your teeth and answer the questions as best as you can. And for the questions that you don't have answers, just say, I don't know. And they're not going to fault you for that. Good Lord, I'm still getting
But
this.
we will.
Nah, shut up.
We got you, buddy.
Let's see. It says planned release date to be on. Okay, let's see. Lost Skies.
Speaking of skies, apparently the Aurora Borealis is out, but it's a little too cloudy here to see shit.
Oh, you too.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's supposed to hit. It's supposed to hit Texas, like all the way down to Texas is where it's supposed to reach. It's like it's supposed to be a solar storm that completely just tanks the world as we know it because we run on stuff like that. And I'm like, look, if by some reason we ever actually end up with a coronal ejection that could EMP the entire northern hemisphere, NASA would have already sounded the alarm on that.
If it does
And like,
happen, though, dibs on being the fruity overlord.
eh,
Yeah.
nice. But that's just one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like
Yeah. What are we
even
going to
if it
do
did,
about it?
yeah, it's like even if we knew what was going to happen, it's like the most they can just tell everybody is, hey, this is it. Brace for impact because we have no way of stopping this and we have no secondary infrastructure that we can roll back to in case of something like this. Because the last time it happened, they were caught with their pants down and all they could do is just say, screw it, we'll rebuild everything.
I'm just gonna raise hell and
And
praise Dale myself.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys that's just
Why is
like, look,
Lost Skies page
I
not loading in?
gave you guys fair warning that this stuff was going to happen, but no, it's never going to happen.
Oh man, those airships look awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
SA, how would I
Hey,
tell
there's
you?
people paragliding.
Oh, you guys
Welcome
what?
to Fortnite.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
it
is
really?
says
Lost
one.
Skies.
Nice, the stream's definitely
Let's see. This
watching
is
still.
Humble Games franchise, apparently. Bosses Studios. Humble
Yep.
Games is the
Uh,
publisher. Wow.
Yep, that looks a lot like it.
Yeah. Hey, look at that holographic shuriken.
Oh no, it's Apex.
It's Apex, Fortnite.
Wait, go
Uh,
back before the shuriken.
that right there.
I
Wasn't
can't
that the
tell.
little, the
I
little?
got the
What?
5 second delay, so.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't on the hand. Wasn't that the little like heads up display thing that would let you craft the stuff you needed?
Yep, that's definitely Worlds of Drift. You see the big creatures in the
Hey,
back?
it's to
That's
be
one of the
announced.
signature creatures.
Yep, this is to be announced as a
Oh,
release
I'm
date.
so
So
happy.
I'm
You
following this.
Let me just add something to my Steam wish list real quick.
Let's
you too,
see.
huh?
Oh, look, they've got development update that was put in March 15th of this year. Let me read this real quick. Welcome to Skywatch 19. Whilst our updates may have slowed down, make no mistake, development on Lost Skies is advancing at a rapid pace. The game is really starting to take shape, and whilst it's still important to stress that we're still very much pre-alpha, we think that a lot of people would be surprised by just how much progress is being made. They can see the game being developed today. Alas, we're not quite ready to show it off in its entirety yet. You only get one chance to make a good first impression after all. Yeah, you guys learned that lesson
Yeah.
first. But we're edging ever closer. Phrasing. For now, we hope you'll enjoy today's development update, which gives a look at some. Oh, geez, there we go. Systems that are now starting to make it into the game. They updated the UX. Okay, give me a quick second to shut off the trailer on
Hey,
this end so we can look
can
at.
you share that? Do you
Yeah,
share it?
I'll send it to you. Give me one quick minute. Actually, here I can just send you I can post this link.
Wait, what did
Yeah.
Metal Pipe do?
Hmm?
Apparently
So
the
that's the Steam page, and then just go to the developer update. What was that, Pipe?
yeah, I did the redeem. It didn't look like it did anything.
Oh yeah, Sound Alerts is saying that I need to log in and do some extra permissions crap because they had a recent update to their system, so
Ah, that's fine. I'll just
it's
do this
been a
redeem then.
while. It's just running on all yeah, because it didn't even register on here that you did that. Interesting.
That's fine. I'll just do lose the glasses then.
Funny.
It's fine, Poindexter. I'm blind too.
No, usually the stream chat lets me know if someone's redeemed something, but it hasn't exactly updated, which is weird.
I noticed Twitch has been having some problems recently. I've noticed
Yeah,
like the
it's
clip button's been disappearing at random, and there's been a couple other issues.
Yeah, it's. I don't even think they're working on their own platform anymore. They're just kind of letting this thing crash and burn as slow as it can, and they're trying to just milk as much money as they can get out of it. It's not going to be long until Amazon pulls the plug, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying 10 years. Others are being a lot more doomish about it and saying like 5 or 3 years, just because Kick is also beating the shit out of them.
I'm honestly hoping this site will outlive Kick because Kick is such a shit platform.
It really is, but that's just because of the fact that Kick is letting people do everything that Twitch was kind of, but not really letting people do.
Yeah, but there's other shit. Like it's almost the GTA server of
It is. It
streaming.
is a GTA server. Yeah.
Or to use a donut
It's.
operator's meme for a second, the
Uh,
lacrosse Wisconsin.
Donut.
Indeed,
Oh, this
stitching.
UX. Oh, dude. Hey. Okay, so this UI looks just like the UI for Pal World.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Hold on.
Yeah.
I
Look.
gotta
Look.
shout
So
you out real quick because you're live too.
Yeah. So I'm doing this on the stream right here, and this is pretty much the same UI that you get when you're playing Pal World. Granted, there's a lot of details that are different, like menu settings and whatnot, but like the coloration and the way it's all set up as far as item organization is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And you guys can't see because I'm not showing what Kamoku's showing. I'm just showing the Discord chat. But yeah, it's almost the same.
Yeah.
Just
It says the images below show some of the work that Ellen has completed in this sprint. It's just basically saying, okay, yeah, compass icons which allow you to track various things on the in-game compass. Some additional UI icons, including the updating Gall disc icon. Ellen's also started work on colorblind UX mockups as demonstrated in the arrow icon concept below. That's pretty cool. They're doing colorblind accessibilities.
like all games should have that shit, dude. Honestly.
Yo, I could introduce my nephew to this game if this comes out then. Because he has what was it? Red Blue Monochromia.
Dude, I just had the meanest fucking idea.
What's up?
Do you have any monochrome games?
I can't say that I do.
Damn.
Although it's not that hard. It's not that hard to mess with the visual settings so that it does monochrome.
Because just like, hey, I got a game for you to check out.
Yeah, it's trippy though, because like I'll go to him and I'll ask him, hey, can you hand me that blue pack that's in the back of the car? And he's like, he'll stare at me for a second and then he'll turn around, go in the back of the car, and then just happens to grab the correct pack that I'm asking from him. And I remembered, crap, right. Hey, what color do you see? He's like, this is black.
Hmm.
So he's kind of like, I know what you meant, but to me, this is black. And I'm like, huh. I'm like, hey, come here for a second. And I take him to the side of the car and I have that digital keypad that lets you lock the car, but also you can unlock the
Excuse
driver
me.
door.
Bless you.
And I like swipe my fingers over the letters to turn on the digital screen so you can punch in the lockout code. I tell him, what do you see? He's like, well, those numbers are black, and for some reason he's like, and he said the glass that's holding all of that is actually red.
Interesting.
So yeah. So the frame for the windows is a black frame on the car, and then the digital display that lets you do the touchscreen to unlock the car has red characters. He sees it in the inverted. The black is red and the red is black.
That's actually pretty
Ugh.
neat.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
I
man,
mean,
this
not really,
kid.
unless if you're given a police order, certainly ain't.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm like, man, he has an interesting way of seeing the world, but at the same time, it makes it difficult for him to understand what he's looking at.
I can't see certain shades of purple myself.
Well, that's hmm.
Ooh,
I
sky
just thought of
travel.
something.
What's up?
Like he was born with that, right?
Yeah, he's born with that.
Well, who's to say that his perception of what a red is and what black is isn't like? Actually, no. That's one of my high talks. I don't know where I'm going
Yeah,
with that
the
one.
cones in his eyes aren't
Yep.
there. Essentially, is what's happening with that. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's cool. As the components of your ship take damage, you see active parts start falling off. I like that.
Oh no!
What's up?
I just realized I've just passed the halfway point.
The halfway point?
Yeah, that 400 milligram of caffeine monstrosity.
Oh
Oh, yep, there it
no.
is. Get ready.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
about
not
to
gonna
start seeing
sleep.
sounds in a second.
Now I don't get that usually,
See,
and I used to drink 7 cups of coffee a day, and that was like we're 24 ounce, I'd like to say, cups.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get through high
I
hey,
school
mean,
look,
at least you're
somehow.
sipping it and you're not going full swing
yeah,
like I used
you
to.
don't do like I do and just slam the dang thing in one go.
Chug it, chug it.
Chug it, yeah. Hey,
Yeah, and then your
Matt, does
stomach feels
this?
like it's churning really badly.
Yeah, does this look like the animations that you would see out of the engines when you were playing?
Stand by. I'm not looking at your stream.
Yeah, it's you're gonna see like a 5 second thing, but yeah, it's when it's fully working, you've got exhaust coming out. When it's damaged, it's sputtering out.
Yeah. All right, I'm watching you right now.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
I'm being mindful of the 5 seconds, but I just started a new loop.
Okay. Yeah, like it's hard to describe it. I think it's the reason I loved it so much was music. Kind of reminded me of the what is it? The Assassin's Creed Black Flag, that
Yeah,
communist. But yeah, that animation that looks a lot like it. Yeah,
yeah, man. Here's all the other like component assets for the propulsion.
I cannot wait till that releases.
The thing is like it feels like they're having to rebuild this from scratch again. Like apparently the developer must have like pulled the funding and pulled the IP as well.
I mean,
That's some scummy shit.
that's 2024 marketing for the gaming companies. Screw over your best workers and sell whatever's left.
Well,
All I'm
2024
saying
and 2017.
is I hope that the Crash waits until Blood Moon comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be sad if it happens right as Blood Moon is coming out.
So like a week after Blood Moon comes out.
Ooh, this is interesting. Progressive crafting. So yeah, this is essentially how Power World does it. Where it's like as something is being built, it animates the building process.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like when you're mind you, this is different because this is you're building full on components in real time. Whereas with the other one, it's just you're taking time and you like the animations is you actually hammering away at stuff and like putting equipment together, and then
Mm-hmm.
boom, congratulations, here's the piece of equipment you were trying to build. Yep, they're bringing back the islands. Lots of work is being done to make our friends an interesting. This is cool. They're actually like building it from scratch and they're writing in the lore and everything.
That is pretty cool, genuinely.
Yeah. Yep, and here it is, the skyships. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like this is an example of good writing. Like they know the direction they want to go in and they're sticking to it.
I mean,
They're not retconning every 3 seconds.
speaking of terrible writing, the fucking dialogue in Fallout the TV show.
Yeah, we need to
Oh,
get back on
What
that. We need to get
fucking
back on that.
troglodyte wrote this dialogue? This is worse than
what?
Disney
There,
bullshit.
there is
I don't
one
know.
scene. Oh no! Hold
No,
on.
no, I'm not. I'm just
It can,
saying that like Disney has been still
Disney
making a lot of
just
stinkers.
Disney has been hitting me with adverts for the next Doctor Who season, and I'm like, oh shit, they might just kill the series.
They already did.
Yeah, they already fucking did. What are you talking about?
No, they already showed. No, they just showed who the next Doctor Who is.
What?
Yeah, they already. That's been like that for a while now.
Wait,
Really?
are you telling me they got rid of
Yes.
Nkutigatwa already?
No, I guess no. Okay, so I'm late to the party then
Yeah,
because
you're
I'm just now
extremely
getting
late,
these
bro.
Yeah,
adverts.
you're
Holy
like
shit!
6 months. You're like at least a year behind on that one.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
man, I'm so happy I unplugged from the internet.
That's not
Ah,
necessarily a bad thing.
Uh,
I'm gonna have to start doing it more often just because Disney's pulling this bullshit. But anyways, it's like, what is like? It's just like who? Like the people they're hiring don't know how to write stories.
It's been like
Not
that for
that-
a long time now.
Like and then on top of that, it's like the constant retconning. My biggest issue with right now with the story that I want to write and turning that into a video game is that I have to world build to such a degree that I can't like I what was it? It would basically be a thing that by the time the world building's done, there's no wiggle room. Well, there would be wiggle room, but there is almost no wiggle room for retcons. Like it's set, and it's ready to go. Because like stuff like what was it? Jujutsu Kaisen, the power scaling in that show is set. You can't go breaking those rules 2-3 seasons in. Um, what was it? Oh, what was the name of that anime with the what was it? The character's name is Power.
Hmm.
Was it Chainsaw Devilman? I think.
What, Chainsaw
Uh,
Man?
Yeah,
Maybe?
Chainsaw Man. Yeah.
That's another one I gotta
Uh,
catch up on. I only just finished
it's
Eminence the other day.
it's an odd one.
Yeah, but then like also Eminence and Shadow. Then you've got what was it? Um, Soul Leveling. They all
Uh,
have like the power scaling and the way the world functions is set. You can't go
yeah.
fucking with that 3 seasons in and being like, oh well, because of this thing that we pulled out of our asses at last minute, now we can go ahead and start unmaking the world. Like what? No.
I mean,
It's
that's
like
there's actually an anime that makes fun of the whole thing.
One Punch
Uh,
Man.
no. It's
Oh,
Bofuri.
Bofuri is great.
Buffering. Wait, which one? I gotta
It's one
see.
that needs to be on your top watch list. Essentially, the main character is first time playing.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. She put all her points into defense.
Yep, and is literally for some reason just absolutely broken. But the thing is, it's not because she's a Chad or a badass. She is literally a klutz and is stumbling into all this power. And even
Yeah,
the game developers are like, how is she even doing this? And everyone's like, we don't know. She doesn't even know what she's
yeah.
doing.
She's just like, I'm just putting all my points into defense. Just keep doing it.
And then
Eventually shatter the game.
yeah.
Oh, here's one big thing that
Mm,
would completely piss me off
mm.
with Fallout, and it's just this one thing.
Just one?
As opposed to everything else.
Yeah, come
Oh
on,
no no
dude.
no no! Frank Horrigan.
My boy!
Yeah, if they say that this motherfucker's still alive, I'm not watching the show ever again
Exactly. Like, I
because
might
they're gonna
actually find
retcon
Todd Howard
somehow.
and piss on him.
It's bad enough that they're already saying, "Oh yeah, hey, West Tech and Big Mountain," and there's basically this giant corporate conglomerate that just ended up being the reason why the world ended. Like, okay, cool. There was already a theory that Vault Tech was responsible anyway, so I'll let that go. But
Mm-hmm.
now you're saying, oh, all these vaults, it wasn't just Vault Tech, it was also West Tech, it was also Robco, it was also Big Mountain. That these
Yep.
are the reasons that some of the vaults were more fucked up than the others. Now, granted, one of the vaults I can understand because House is a freaking businessman that made his, he made his dues off of being a casino owner and then went into robotics and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fuck those guys.
the man literally does not freaking need anything that Vaultec had to offer him.
Right.
He just did it because fuck it. It's free reign for me to do what I want. And of course, one of the vaults was right under Caesar's controlled territory in the events of New Vegas. What and he, if they say that if they somehow say that the events of Fallout New Vegas never happened, or that somehow, despite having a robot army with the Mark II OS for the Protectortrons, I'm gonna be absolutely pissed.
I mean, it's just like how everyone's been saying that they literally put Sandy Creek getting wiped out
Yeah, Shady
as an
Sands got
F.
wiped out a
Yeah,
Shady
couple of
Sands.
years before
as,
New Vegas, supposedly.
yep, as if a big FU to
Oh,
Obsidian for it.
Todd Howard actually had to go. I had to go out, like,
And
interview
public
on
face it, yeah.
camera and be like, no. This happened after the events of New Vegas.
Which even that doesn't
Which
make
grant
sense considering the
no,
in-year calendar in
yeah,
game.
with the in-year
Yeah.
calendar and everything, the NCR was not on its last legs. They were doing just fine. What was keeping them, what was having everyone panic, was the fact that Caesar's Legion was on the march.
Yeah.
But even then, depending on how you do things, you end up finding out Caesar's Legion can't hold all that territory. They don't have the manpower.
They had to withdraw.
Uh-huh. Like, they were already stretched thin as it is with the entire eastern part of the US under their control. But then that also like leaves the question, what happened to Washington DC? What happened to West Virginia? What happened to everything else?
Boston.
Yeah, what happened to Boston? Because you've got all these other events that happened before Caesar's Legion, and even with like Fallout 4's events with Boston, Caesar's Legion is maybe, it's actually never mentioned. One dude mentions the Brotherhood of Steel in Washington DC, but that's the most you get. And then with 76, right now they're still trying to flesh out their lore as far as where they are in the timeline, but they're keeping it all localized to West Virginia so they don't accidentally trip on something and start retconning more shit.
Yep.
I mean,
If
they already
anything,
kind of
they're
fucked up with how they did the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah.
oh yeah, they did that big time. But then what was, I think someone was saying that it's the fact that, what was it, Elder Maxon is currently trying to reunify the Brotherhood of Steel, and he only just got control of the East Coast, of the entire East Coast Brotherhood of Steel. The West Coast Brotherhood of Steel has gone dark, according to them, and they're trying to bring the Pruin over, which now, of course, it's like the Pruin is on the Western Coast, so that kind of fucks up that excuse, because the Pruin is the only ship that the Brotherhood has.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
it's in the West Coast, Maxon's supposed to be there. Except no, you got this old dude that's running the show, and they're basically playing Knights of the Round Table.
I have opinions on how they did the Brotherhood. Like, I hate the Brotherhood, don't get me wrong, but they fucked them
Oh yeah,
up.
these guys, like, it's weird because, what was it? So if well, I'm remembering the events for New Vegas between the NCR and the Brotherhood holding Helios 1.
Wait,
The only reason the Brotherhood lost Helios 1 was because they were outmanned. They had the guns, they just did not have enough people to hold that line. So they had to fall back, and they end up losing the entire solar tower.
Yep.
And this time around, though, you have an equal amount of people with weapons and manpower, and no, you're seeing equal losses on both sides. That made no sense.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, it's like you've got people with shoulder-mounted rockets making dead center hits when none of those rockets have targeting computers on them anymore.
It's so fucking stupid.
Like
Another
I said,
retcon.
I'm gonna trek through the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
It's someone else commented, and you know how everything's supposed to be really inclusive, but they
no,
mentioned, why is there not only a vault person but a wastelander that is obese? Like,
yeah,
what source of food are you getting there, buddy, that no one else is
they're
trying to kill you for?
People, of course. He's a cannibal. Come on.
yeah, cannibal perk. I'm
He's
immediately
getting
thinking,
that
oh,
sweet,
geez,
sweet
yeah, that's
ass
a cannibal.
jerky.
Oh man,
That fucking scene with the ass jerky, man.
yeah.
I
His
haven't
buddy's
seen
trying so
like
hard to. It's way past. It's way past the scene. Where so you're at the point where I can talk about this,
yeah
but it's the ass jerky scene is when the what was it? The gulper almost eats Lucy,
yeah.
and Lucy smacked it in the face with
Oh, you're talking about
with
that guy. You're talking about the guy. Oh, the other
his
ghoul.
buddy. Yeah, the other ghoul, his buddy. And he just shoots him when he turns around to go like get him something. He shoots him in the back of the head and then proceeds to like be like, "Hey, ass jerky, don't make itself. Come here." Yeah,
Which that that
yeah,
shows that like for all of his issues, the ghoul clearly has a fucking heart, putting his buddy out of his misery before he could go feral.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But man, fuck the ghoul retcon and fuck you, Bethesda, for
Yep.
all
Oh
your
yeah,
bullshit.
that ghoul retcon is just it's a sore spot for me because that just means cool. So that means that at any point, everyone that's gone feral is because they didn't have access to this magic drug.
And how in the hell they even find this magic drug that
Yeah,
prevents them from going
exactly.
feral?
And then how does the snake oil salesman know about it that he can just turn people well, everyone's saying he's a ghoul, but the fact that he's regenerating means that he's probably more than just a ghoul. He's probably a mutated human.
I still
Yeah,
wonder
they're
how the
gonna.
hell he fucked that chicken that he was mentioned for doing.
I think he was caught in the act of.
Yeah, but still, how the hell? Like that's a big insert, small. How do? Come on, dude.
Yeah, no.
We're under the
No.
impression that the chicken survived.
Mu-
It's just
Plenty
I
of
would.
I don't.
post-apocalypse
If
KY jelly.
Uh,
Yeah,
all
that
right,
dude's got a
that
pencil
point,
dick.
next topic. Next topic.
I'm just shoot the snake oil salesman. He doesn't need to be alive anymore. Leave it be. Just you know what? Screw
Oh,
it. Hell divers, hell bomb. Let's just torch it all. That's it. uh,
am I
oh
allowed to bitch about how like a lot of the weapons are like the pistol that not Titus, but what's his name? Maximus
Yeah,
was
yeah,
using while he was in the power armor? What pistol is
I
that?
think that's a
Because I don't recall.
12.7.
that pistol doesn't exist
Okay.
anywhere.
You
Wait,
sure?
is that you the 12.7 millimeter from Vegas?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a
That's not
12.7.
really.
Yeah,
Why is
Yeah.
it so? Why is it all squared? The 12.7 in
No, that's
there's an
about right.
SMG. There's an SMG that fires
yeah, but there's a
12.7, but the
12.7
12.7
pistol, dude.
handgun,
Yeah, there's a pistol
but
that
it's not
shoots it.
squared.
It's semi-squared, and it looks like
Yeah.
it fires and like things rotate like the 12.7
Right.
pistol.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
also trying to
okay.
figure out what the revolver was that he was using.
That revolver, I
Because
don't
is that supposed
know.
to is that the retcon of the 10 millimeter?
I think that's the retcon of the
Yeah, that is the
357, or so the 44. I mean,
no, really, because that would suck if they did that. Because
yeah, because it's clearly like one
the
of the
40
revolvers from like 3 or 4, but like with some kind of shitty sight on it.
man,
Yeah, I was paying very close attention on this rewatch, so I could.
because
Yeah.
I was like I'm still to this day cannot like some of the guns I to this day cannot figure out where they're from.
Some they
It
just
just
ass
made
pulled because some are just fucking gyro
yeah.
jets turned into like
Mm-hmm.
hand cannons.
Oh yeah. What was it?
Like the
So
ghoul's pistol.
yeah, Cobb's gun and his shotgun are what was it? They are based off of the guns that the Chinese use in Operation Anchorage. That's why everybody was having such a hard time figuring out where the fuck those guns are from and why he was blasting such giant holes in people.
But then, like, some you see it shooting in slow motion, and it's clearly a fucking gyrojet. Like, how the hell, dude?
Yeah,
Like, where are they getting space age guns that are like $200 a shot? Or I think 400 now. But still.
$400 a shot.
No, that's not even a joke on that one.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
serious.
no, it's insane. Um, well, see, the interesting thing is that apparently making that gyrojet is not that hard. It's just the milling technology is not what it could be to make it cheaper because you're having to hand make the bullets yourself. and like in like the process of putting in the propellant is also something that needs to be done by hand, which is very dangerous if you do it incorrectly.
I would
Because
imagine
that,
so. You're dealing with
yeah,
essentially a small rocket in your hand.
well, you're mixing equal parts magnesium and not phosphorus, but what was it? It's three. It's like a combination of like 3 or 4 chemicals. If you mix them incorrectly, it either creates a very big flame or a very large explosion.
Oh, anyone else gets extremely weirded out by the fact that uh the axolotl thing,
The
the
gulper.
The
gulper,
gulper.
had fingers in its mouth?
It was interesting. I kind of assume it's a retcon and a mutation similar to the centaur, but into an aquatic creature.
Wait, fingers? You mean the tendrils?
Yeah, those
Mm-hmm.
are fingers, dude. Those are human fingers.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that in the first watch.
Like it weirded me out. I was like,
It could be a mutation.
I've seen enough vor
I
art to go where this goes.
I honestly thought those were like tendrils, like the same way that what was it that a whale has like bristles
nope,
for
No, those
teeth.
were fully
nope.
actualized fingers with
Human
fingernails and
Okay,
all,
fingernails with
dude.
fingers. Yeah.
that's just the freaking art, the freaking props department trying to go for shock value. Then there's no way that's they're just trying to
Yeah.
introduce something new.
Look,
Yeah.
all I'm
It was
saying is that is a
unnecessary.
centaur type deal. It's a neat concept, but how the hell they
Oh
retcon him that
yeah,
badly?
Well, I mean, the problem is, it's like when it comes with the centaur, it actually looks human, whereas the thing looks like a
the
giant
gulper.
axolotl.
Could be an
Yeah,
escapee from Vault Redacted, which I'm not going to spoil for you.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
potentially, but still, it just weirded me out.
yeah. Actually, no, you are right. It would be an escapee from Vault Redacted. Because
Hmm.
that was mentioned in the later episodes that what they were messing with, and it ultimately failed on them, and it's why it's a callback to Fallout One's lore on how the Death Claws were made, which I actually appreciated that they didn't deviate from them saying that no, the Death Claws were our super weapon. They actually said that yes, this was a super weapon program.
Stitchings had a
It just
question.
we
Wasn't the Enclave
failed.
to blame for that?
Yes, the Enclave was to blame for that. Um, what was it? So the Enclave was to blame for it because they made FEV. Vault Tech, I think, created FEV alongside the Vault, and the Enclave, as soon as they managed to get their hands on FEV, the whole events with Frank Horrigan getting mutated and having to have custom gear equipped to him to keep him alive because his own mutation made him what he became in the game where you meet him. But his own mutation was also killing him because now he was like this 15-foot tall behemoth that his own mass could basically kill him. So his own suit was built in such a way that it could keep him from his own mass killing him. Essentially, he wouldn't collapse in on himself.
Speaking of FEV mutants, who's your favorite?
Super mutants or just Oregon in general?
Just FEV mutants in general, and it could be anything, like the
Um,
Master, Herald, Horrigan, any of them.
Oh,
ah,
what's her
dude,
name?
go ahead.
Shit, what's her name from New Vegas?
The Cowgirl,
Wait, wait.
or do you mean Lily?
I think Lily. Yeah.
Oh, Grandma Lily, yeah, the Nightkin.
She's great.
You just start saying hello, pumpkin. You starts
Yeah.
beating the shit out of everything.
I'm sorry, dearie. Once I'm in the heat of a fight, I just lose myself. It's just like, holy
Why'd
shit,
you
you
give
just
her a
beat the shit
pirate Russian accent?
because I was trying to go for that. Like, it sounds like she's been eating sandpaper her whole life.
Come along, dearie. Grandma needs to beat the shit out of someone. Okay, that's not at all what it sounds like, but shit.
No,
No, no.
Look,
it's very like it just sounds like the inside of her vocal cords were just shredded to bits with like 30 grit sandpaper.
so close to come along. I
Something like
haven't
that,
gotten
yeah.
to that where I have in my newest playthrough, and this time I'm actually playing with volume so I can actually hear the characters. So it's a whole new experience
Yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah. There's oh fuck, what was it? Look, Frank Horgan will always be my top dog just because motherfucker, like my favorite thing that someone's pointed out is that in every game except for where you talk to Horgan, you could as when you had the final boss encounter, you could convince them to fuck off or to fuck themselves up. And you pass the charisma check and they would do it. Horrigan doesn't give two shits. You try to talk to him and he goes, "We've already." He's like, "We just did. The time for talking is over. Time for you to fuck off."
Mm-hmm.
My favorite
Your
FEV
ride's
mutants,
over, Mutie. Time to die.
probably the Master.
Mm-hmm.
Like
See, the master feels like because of all his dialogue patterns, it just made me think of like C Lab 2020,
good taste.
the radio host. The first episode where the dude's trying to be a radio host. Zing of the day. Yeah, it's just he just keeps changing voices. Like, dude, pick a voice and stick with it, please.
Like I just like when I first encountered the Master, it's he scared. Like I'm not gonna lie, he scared the shit out of me.
Oh, dude, I had fucking nightmares about that guy. I'm not even gonna laugh. I'm not even gonna
Same,
lie.
dude. Like that scared the piss out of me. Like I'd get nightmares and shit about that. And like even like the being dipped into the FEV, like I'm all that shit. Like he's genuinely one of the most terrifying Fallout villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The way it's like that's the only time you get remnants of it's like I feel like the master inspired the shit you see in Doom 2016.
I'd agree.
Like with especially with like the cyber demon. It's like that motherfucker's like you just see flesh mixed with machine. It's like, oh no, that's gonna be a problem. Oh hey, we killed it. Now we're in hell. Oh no, that thing's back up and running again. Kill it again.
If at first you don't succeed, throw napalm.
Yeah, exactly.
What if the
I
napalm misses?
well, napalm everything. Eventually, you hit your target.
Oh, that reminds me of a story from Hunt.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
They had just added like it was like a seasonal event where you could self revive yourself.
Oh, nice.
Well, the thing is, you would only be able to do that like if you're solo. But what made it funny was that a lot of people would go solo, but me, Bruiser, and Silver would go in,
Oh shit.
and we would each carry one thing. We would carry what do you call them? Like the Briar throwable traps
Yep.
and a Molotov cocktail,
Oh, okay.
because we would always be ready for it. Like we would always wait for them to revive. We would throw down like the concertina trap. Blah, I
Yeah,
cannot
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
It's like basically it's like a barbed wire trap that goes off when people move over it.
Yeah.
Really good if you place on windows. But we'd set that down like right over their body, and then we'd wait, and all of a sudden we'd get hit markers. We'd know they'd
Oh,
get up.
yep.
I don't even remember where I was going with this.
You were saying it reminded you of a story where it's like, yeah, I guess you guys would just nuke the guy with napalm.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'd come back and we'd see him, and then we'd just throw an explosive on him.
Nice.
Man, I remember. I remember. What was it? The the 25 mil grenade launcher in New Vegas had an option
Mm-hmm.
to run incendiary grenades if you could
Yeah.
find them. That shit was unreliable as hell because you half the time you would be firing grenades so fast you didn't see where the rounds landed until things actually popped off. And even then, those grenades had like about a 4-second fuse time before the napalm actually went off. So all of a sudden, you'd be hitting everything in front of you, and then realizing that, hey, some of those shots actually bounced off the death claw that I just tried lighting on fire. Now I nuked myself too.
Oh, that reminds me. Like, I remember seeing this back a few years ago, but a group of people were making a mod for Fallout 4,
Yeah,
and it was
Fallout
space.
London.
No, it was
Oh,
Fallout New Vegas rebuilt in the Fallout 4 engine.
They're still
oh,
working on
nice.
that, by the way.
Yeah.
Their work just got set back because of Bethesda's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep. That newest update that broke everything.
There's
Yeah, it
already
broke
a
everything.
version downgrader out.
It also set back. What is it? It also set back. It set back work on Fallout London, and it set back work on a bunch of other mods that have been in the works.
Uh-huh.
It's
That's Bethesda.
fucking stupid. Like
Again,
shit.
it just works.
I think the only time I've seen a fuck up this bad is when we were running MechWarrior modded, and then an update got dropped, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden all
completely
the mods
borked
stopped
us.
working.
Yep. I still haven't gotten that achievement because of the mod glitch.
Yeah. All right, I'll be
I've
right
got-
back. I gotta go use the bathroom. Y'all
Yeah,
talk
I've
about
got-
Have
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, there's like one achievement I haven't gotten due to the fact that my entire game is glitched no matter what I do to uninstall, reinstall.
Sorry to
So
hear.
now it's permanently locked to me.
Oh, what achievement's that you can't get?
Hang on one sec. Going to MechWarrior 5. It is In the Zone. Complete 10 Warzone missions, each earning at least 500 bonus C-bills in campaign or career, and I've got 8 out of 10 completed, but it won't count any more of them.
That's unfortunate. Sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
I have
I
a
still...
sorry.
Hmm?
Oh,
Good.
you first. You were still talking. Sorry.
I still play on it, or MechWarrior Online, or BattleTech, or modded BattleTech, I should say.
Okay. Like I got
Yeah.
a couple achievements in games completely locked out to me too. Like
Yep.
I got like the ones for player kills completely locked out for me.
Yep.
And same for like this is in 7 Days to Die. But also I can't get the game stage 250 achievement anymore. That one's completely locked out to me.
Oh, yeah.
Same with I think like 10 for Fortitude.
I was lucky I was able to get that one. The game stage thing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it glitched and it gave it to me.
There's that at least.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, by the way, what's your opinion on the 7 Days development roadmap?
Oh, God.
I know, we're getting fucking DLC before the promised NPCs and story, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking DLC. And then, like, that's gonna be next year, even. Like, our 1.0 is just another shitty alpha. The fuck, man?
Pretty much.
Like, fucking modders made the NPCs and all that shit before fucking Fun Pimps deigned to.
I don't know what's going on with them.
Honestly, I assume greed. Especially where they just bumped up their price to $20, so it's like 44 or something for 7 days.
I mean, that's a quick way to lose customers.
Yeah, it
All
is
the power
indeed.
to them.
Yeah, exactly. They want to shoot themselves in the foot. All I'm gonna do is just keep my bandages to myself.
Mm-hmm. Just smile and wave, people. Smile and wave as the dollar signs run out the window.
Oh yeah.
You know the irony? I'm playing 7 Days to Die right now while we're...
Hey, I get it, man. I got the 7 Days mod launcher installed even. I fully get it. I think I have like 335 hours give or take in 7 days. How many do you have?
1,600.
Nothing wrong with that. I got a friend who's got like over 3,000 somewhat hours in Zomboid.
That was a fun game.
I couldn't get into it. Like, I was alright at first, but like, trying to get into it a little bit later, it's like, man, why the hell
Alright,
do I
I'm back.
enjoy this game?
It's one of those games where you have to have friends or else it's not as fun.
What
Yeah.
game?
Zomboid.
Project Zomboid.
Yeah, there's a bunch of games like that where it's fun. It's more fun with friends.
I mean, really, it's only playable with friends.
Yeah, you get your ass handed to you so easily when you're playing by yourself.
I mean,
Also,
you get your ass handed to you anyways, you know.
I found.
Shut up.
Hey, man, don't make it so easy.
The only way I found Zomboid enjoyable to play is if I was playing it in 4:3. Like in widescreen, it just doesn't feel right. Like if you play it and treat it more like a Diablo game, like one of those ARPG types, I find it's a
Yeah,
lot more
right.
enjoyable, especially like with the 4:3 monitor. Because just playing it widescreen, it just feels wrong, for lack of better words.
Yeah, I hear you. Ah, man. Allergies are kicking back up.
I understand, man. We just had some shit pop up into bloom here, and it's been friggin' just snot city.
Yep. So one thing one thing that I actually also wanted to talk about was like, okay, so bad writing aside, um what was it? You look at independent projects like say Has-Been Hotel, which unfortunately got picked up by Amazon, but then you've also got the Amazing Digital Circus,
that is
and
so much
you've got
fun.
yeah, and they just dropped the second episode like a couple days back, and then you've also got the Flash Gets making was
Oh
it Space
yeah,
King?
yep. The
It's
most
like,
what the fuck show I've seen yet.
oh yeah, definitely, and you're watching those shows, and it's like, man, the dialogue is written so well. Like this isn't the cheesy shit that you see when it comes to shows like you know the what was it Velma,
My
fucking
God,
Fuck that show.
Fallout's also victim of this. Then you've also got what was it?
hey, well,
Anything
we're actually getting
past
back on
Peter
topic.
Capaldi. Yeah, anything past Peter Capaldi's rendition of Doctor Who, the dialogue is also questionable because it goes in directions that it doesn't need to go in, but they're pushing it there. Then you've got I'm trying to think of other shows where that's just the same damn thing. Geez, what is it? I guess Rings of Power was also guilty of this.
Fuck Rings of Power, man.
Yeah, and um trying to think of what other games have had the. Oh yeah, of course, Fallout 4 is also like the dialogue options for Fallout 4 were questionable because it's like what the fuck? This is very like singular minded responses that are being shoved in. Um
It's why I prefer the older Fallout games, like the pre Xbox
yeah,
One era, because there was at least some semblance of you can almost be evil. Whereas
yeah.
with Fallout 4, it's like, no, you're a good guy. Fuck you and your choice.
Yeah, and you had to go out of your way to be the bad guy. There was nothing that drove you to be the bad guy. Like there were moments in New Vegas where I wanted to go, you know what? Fuck the NCR. I'm backstabbing every single one of you guys.
I already did
I
that,
mean,
dude.
that's
Like
in
in my run, I'm
general.
killing any NCR dude I see just about on site. Got my
Oh yeah,
speed skill up to
there's a
like
point where
56.
I did one playthrough where I actually teamed up with the NCR and I went, wow, this is bullshit. I'm just gonna team up with House because I don't wanna deal with Caesar's bullshit either.
House or Yes Man is the way to go, honestly.
Yep.
Honestly, just House, because at the end of like House has a whole playbook that he's playing by. The end game wasn't just for him to bring law and order to the strip. There was a chance that he was also trying to bring a bunch of other stuff online. It's just that he needed to have a home base of operations first.
Yep.
Speaking of
Now,
House,
yeah.
Hmm.
what's your favorite line from him?
Hmm.
We
There's
talking
a
about the
lot of
game
them.
or the movie
The
or show?
character.
Which the character, my favorite line from House is
Where he starts going on a narcissistic rant about how powerful he is.
his when he presents his presentation of the Protectortrons, and then now behold the Protectortrons running off the Mark II operating system, or the Mark II Robco operating software, and then you see these robots that only had machine guns and lasers suddenly have access to fucking grenade launchers and missile launchers. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like,
And
oh boy.
the whole time he's just giving you this like breakdown of everything that's going on and what they're able to do, and then like also including in case of heavy damages incurred from a fight, they have a nanite repair system.
I love that shit, honestly.
Like, oh fuck. Like, how you see why it is that he is a fucking narcissist. It's not because he just thinks he is. That man has put in the fucking work and earned his fucking narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he's hot shit because
He is.
he is. Like, he made himself into hot shit to the point that he even predicted when the bombs would drop and tried to set up a defense network to keep New Vegas from falling. Well, Vegas at the time, and then he managed to keep. He couldn't get everything. He couldn't save everything, but he saved the important bits,
Yep.
which was the insane part. That this man went, yeah, no, I'm not gonna stick around to see this thing pop off and get caught in the middle of a war, and he just made his own military.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then Bethesda had to screw it up.
Yeah. Now people actually, apparently there was a trailer that teased that he gets assassinated, and I'm like, you what?
Man,
This was all before the show was actually aired for the first time, and I'm hearing about this. And I'm like, man,
yeah,
y'all
really.
better not leave house alone.
My favorite house thing is probably, why on earth did you shoot President Kimball? He tried to make me pay taxes. Understandable.
The man's a true
Uh,
patriot. We love it.
yeah. Well, I mean, the man runs his own business, and he's like, man, these taxes are fucking bullshit. That's the cool thing, though, is like if you tell him logically speaking why you did what you did, he'll go, "Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, carry on." Like, dude will not lambaste you for it. But if you make yourself look like an ass in front of him, he will ream you from head to toe for doing it.
House is the best fucking character in Fallout.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he really is. Um, Trying to think of another like well written character that I actually appreciated. Um, like good like here's the funny thing. So second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus drops, and apparently on Twitter there's a bunch of idiots that are just absolutely foaming at the mouth because in the time that it took to make the second episode and drop it like a time after the first episode came out some months ago, these guys wrote a head canon about Jax, and now that the second episode's out, Jax has somehow deviated from how Jax is supposed to be written, even though this character has only existed for one episode.
Imagine my surprise.
Yeah, but I'm like, hold on a
Imagine
second.
our shock.
It's like the dude's supposed to be a chaotic, like just off the rip from the first episode, and then seeing it in the second episode, dude's a chaotic neutral. What the fuck are you guys saying that he's been deviating from what his character's supposed to be? How the fuck do you even know? You're not making the show. I'm thinking these are the same people that managed to make Rooster Teeth rewrite how the characters were supposed to play out for Ruby.
Maybe. Could
Eh,
also be these characters that are the
There is
reason why wikis tend to be locked down because they try to overwrite with their headcanons.
yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. Monty when he was writing the first three volumes for Ruby, he knew what he was doing. Then, dude, uh, unfortunately, kicked the bucket. His friends take over the show, and it spirals out of fucking control. And now the only hope anyone has of this show actually being able to have a redemption arc is if Ice Queendom actually performs well. And
I'm
they're still having to catch up.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm not expecting this to go well at all.
Well, a lot of people are saying that Ice Queendom's doing really well so far. They haven't caught up to volume 4 or volume 3 yet.
Okay,
Like they're apparently they're taking the long way around to get to volume 3 rather than just ramming through all the way to volume 3.
good,
So they're probably fleshing out the story in the best way they can.
understandable.
Yeah. So that kind of if like damn, if you're putting in work trying to flesh out whatever details or whatever story plot holes you think need to be fixed and you notice that they're there, by all means make it look good. But the fact that you're actually trying to take the long way to get to where the story is and then possibly do a different rendition is honestly something I can respect
Likewise.
because you're adopting someone else's work and now you're having to think like they do. That's actually like what was it? That's good writing because it makes me think of how what was it? C.S. Lewis's writings were inspired by Tolkien,
Yeah. I mean,
which is
they knew
hilarious
each other. They
because
knew each other.
they knew each other, but Lewis was a fucking atheist. Then he starts looking more into how Tolkien's writing his stories and how he's basing it off Christianity, and he goes, "Oh shit, let me delve into this." And then the dude ends up writing, the Chronicles of Narnia, which fucking went heavy with the Christian themes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is written by an atheist. According, like, I don't know, maybe the history books have changed the information a little, but it's like from what everyone I know that has told me is that Lewis was an atheist, or at least he didn't believe in God. Then he writes this story that is heavily Christian. And the writing is good. Now, granted, I wish that the dude had written more of the story because there's like two plot holes that I kind of wish were explained, and that's what happened to Susan and what the fuck was the realm between worlds. Those were two plot points that never got talked about. They just got used once, and that was it.
Yeah, I got nothing for you.
Yeah, I got nothing
Yeah,
either.
no. It's okay. So if you guys ever get around to reading the stories, I'll just go ahead and give you
I
the
mean,
the,
I've
the,
read
the,
all
I
the
read the
books.
first one and like a couple of the others like over a decade ago.
what was it, the Magician's Nephew? Have you guys read
Oh
that
yeah,
one?
That
Okay,
yeah.
so
sounds familiar.
The
okay, so
Magicians is
Magician,
it's like the predates the
yeah, that's the prequel to the entire story. The old man, the professor that you meet in the first book for the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the old man, the professor, he is actually the main character as a kid in The Magician's Nephew, and he actually meets he's the reason why the White Witch becomes such a big antagonist in the first book, because the world that she comes from died, and this
well, she
motherfucker,
killed him.
huh?
She's the one that killed everyone.
Yeah, she's the reason. Yeah, she learned the forbidden spell that kills all life on her world, and she used it. It was like power. It's basically power word kill, and then just eliminated all life on her planet because nobody wanted to be under her rule anymore.
Should have just
And
used
she
power word come. Fuck's sake, man.
she ends up freezing herself into her, like she like kind of just turns herself into a statue or something like that, and is preserved in her own throne. Well, the kid's curiosity gets the better of him and figures, I'd rather not go mad wondering what would have happened had I rung the bell, and just rings the bell that releases her from her preserved state. And then she goes on to like cause trouble for him in that world when they try to do their jump with the rings into the world, the realm between worlds. She managed to get a hold of them and came through. And weirdly enough, the realm between worlds is actively killing the White Witch.
I see.
And when they leave it and they go back to their world, um she like immediately regenerates, like nothing was even happening to her. Then they go to Narnia. And one interesting detail that they do mention is that when they jump back, the pool of water that they jumped into to go into Jadis's home world is no longer there. It's just it's just filled in with dirt, and that's it. The pool doesn't exist anymore because that world is completely dead. Like
Interesting.
the sun, their sun was basically a red giant. And then I guess by the time that they jump through, it completes its death cycle in supernovas and just obliterates the planet. So there's no connection to that world anymore. But like you essentially have this like realm between worlds that links Earth, Narnia, Jadis's homeworld, and a bunch of other worlds also that never get talked about. But the fact that what is it? Oh, what was his name? Aslan knows about it, and he actually pulls everyone there first, and then what was it? After the creation of Narnia, he temporarily yanks the main character and the other side character that's also with the main character into that realm between worlds, explains a couple things, and then sends them back to their home world at the end of the magician's nephew. But that's just never mentioned ever again.
I see.
Yeah, it was a weird plot point. I loved it. I love the concept of there's this like realm between worlds that allows them to travel from one world to another, but it's just never talked about again. Um, and then another thing is what was it? There was another thing about what happened to Susan, and he was supposed to write a story on that, and unfortunately he kicked the bucket and never got around to it. He does mention in the last what was it in the final battle. I think it was either the final battle or in the silver chair. If anyone wants me to write about this story, please, I would hope that people tell me, and if I get enough feedback, I might just one day write a story about it. So he had half a mind to try, but it's just that he never got around to it.
All right.
Yeah, but it's like it's good. Like that's good writing, even though there were plot holes, but the author knew how to fill them in because they'd been working on this story for so long. With before he even started the show, he when he made Ruby, he already had enough notes to kick him all the way to volume 3, and just was taking time to flesh out details to continue on from season 3 onwards, because he was still world building as he was creating the show. So all the notes he was writing was like stuff to help him figure out which direction he wanted to go in. Um, Another show that I also think about. Oh, here's a show that has really good writing. It's fucking Gundam.
Which
Mm-hmm.
one?
Yeah.
Like 0076 and 08 MS team. Like we're
Uh,
talking about like at the very beginning, like the very fucking beginning when the war between Earth and the satellite colony. We're talking chronologically as very close to the beginning of the entire story of Gundam as you can get.
mm-hmm.
I see.
Like that has because that has so many implications for what happens later on. That's without even going into the whole super soldier program and the the freaking reality bending Gundams that made absolutely no fucking sense because you basically had to be a genetically created being for it to even pilot those Gundams.
All the weird shit they decided to add later on.
Yeah, it just eh. And then another show that I can remember off the rip that had really good writing was um dang it, what was it? Code Geass. I haven't watched it, but I've
Mhm.
read up a lot on it. And Code Geass was one of those where like the events that were happening in the real world affected the game, and then the game world's events actually affected the real world too. Because apparently
Mhm.
both worlds were like a 1-to-1 copy of each other, and as time went on, the world of Code Geass started expanding and it started imitating the real world more and more. But it was really cool how they were writing everything out.
And if we're talking
Um,
really cool, like shows with great stories that never should have been canceled. I don't know if Code Geass was, but Jericho.
I think don't think I know of that one.
That was
I know.
a. Oh, sorry, you first.
Oh wait, the TV show Jericho?
Yeah, the TV
Yeah.
show Jericho.
Let's see. Yeah. Wait, no, it says that apparently this had a complete series.
It's not complete. It got canceled around season 2, I think midway-ish through because of low
Damn.
ratings.
Also, Firefly.
Yeah,
Yeah, Firefly, that had really good writing too.
so many good
Yeah,
shows just canceled.
they tried to do Serenity to kind of finish it off.
They tried.
Um, yeah. Uh, okay. Right off the rip, there's these two other shows that I one I need to completely watch, and the other one I need to watch it again. But you have Revolution came out in 2012 and it ended in 2014. I don't know if they canceled it or whatnot, but I heard that one was pretty good. Then you have La Brea. I watched it. I liked it for what it was. Could have had some work done because there were some plot points that I just didn't make sense because the whole deal is like there's like this phenomenon where you could travel back in time and you were in the prehistoric age of La Brea in California.
Hmm.
But
That
it was a whole thing. And then the main character is this like disgraced US Air Force pilot who like happened to fly through he happened to fly through a phenomena that basically allowed him to funny. He happened to fly through like this spatial anomaly that for all intents and purposes almost killed him, and he managed to eject out of his plane. But then you come to find out that like the military goes out of his way to basically end his career and just label him like an insane maniac. But then you come to find out that everything he saw actually happened, and the government knows about these spatial anomalies. They just aren't willing to talk about it. So instead of telling this guy, "Hey, just keep your mouth shut," they say, "Nope, sack him and get rid of him. He knows too much."
you mean like happens with every military person
Yeah,
who toes out of line?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, man, come on. You're trying to make this way too realistic
Yeah, it's like fuck
to
off
the
and give
point
us.
where you,
Sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead.
It's like fuck off and give us our escapism. We don't want realistic shit. If I wanted
Exactly.
realistic, I'd watch the first 48.
That was one of my biggest pet peeves with Outriders. I don't know if you played that one, Matt.
Oh, fucking
Sounds familiar.
Outriders.
I think it was here. Let me find you the Steam page for Outriders real quick.
I have
Because
opinions on that game.
this game is still around, but my biggest gripe with it was how hard they leaned into like the oh hey look at that it's a 50% Jesus it's fucking $20 they reduced the price on it. Remember when this thing was fucking $60?
I remember when this hit Game Pass, and I tried that shit and it was broken as hell. It also just sucked.
I played the demo before the real game came out and I was absolutely disappointed with it. So here I'll send you the I'm gonna go ahead and post this real quick on the general chat.
Okay.
So that's the page for Outriders. You remember that?
Stand by. I'm booting it up right now.
Oh, it's in general on
Yeah, that's what I'm
Discord.
saying.
Ah, okay.
What is Outriders even rated now, actually, come to think of it?
I have no
Holy
fucking
shit,
clue.
10
Give me.
bucks. Wow.
Yeah, it is. It is on sale for $10, and its actual price is 20. This game was a $60 game that came out like years ago. And when I did a stream on it, mind you, that stream is no longer on the record because fucking Twitch deletes everything after a certain amount of time.
Well, that's why I usually
Yeah.
highlight my shit, like, not too long
It's
afterwards.
yeah, it's a mixed review. So right now it's a mixed review, meaning that it didn't do too well.
This, I'd actually say, is a pretty accurate review. A very
Yeah,
good game trapped in a very tedious game.
yep. It like it, dude. Even like the let's see. Someone says not recommended. I realize the game is built around three-player co-op, but the lack of scaling for fewer than three or even singular players is really awful. They still haven't fixed that.
Apparently the netcode's pretty shit, too.
Good. Come on, that's just horrible.
Apparently
When
peer-to-peer
was this?
lag is bad and there's insane packet loss.
How do you fuck up this bad? Recently posted. May 10. I don't really have a favorite game, but Outriders is up there. Good cohesive gameplay if you're into long cut scenes. This is the game for you. You get a full game for a full price. Too many people sleep on this game. If you see it on sale and haven't played it, 100% get it. Here we go. Someone played it for 2 hours on May 9. Product refunded. Oh shit. The game itself looks decent enough, but there's a graphical issue. A little Googling tells me that I'm not the only one experiencing this. I believe the correct term is hitching. The frame rate kind of freezes for a split second every 10 seconds or so. Very irritating. Yeah, I had that same problem in the demo. Wow. They never fixed that. Spent 2 to 3 hours trying to remedy this by twiddling and tweaking some stuff like control flow guard in Win 10, game mode off in Win 10, game bar presence rider off, etc., but nothing helped. None of the in-game settings mattered either. I have RTX 4070 Super, so this game should be no problem. Comes down to poor PC optimization from incompetent developers. Had to refund.
If it makes you feel better, the optimization is just as shit on console.
Yeah, that's what was it? Upper Echelon did coverage of this game when it came out, and like his final review on it was this game should have never. You can't justify selling this fucking game for $60 when it's sub $20 quality.
Yeah, 'cause this game, I think, only came out,
And
what, 2020?
yeah, people came out of the woodwork trying to cancel Upper Echelon for it because he was talking mad shit about this game, but he was right to do so. This game was not good. And my biggest gripe is how they wrote this game. You're basically you escape the end of the world because there was societal and economic collapse on Earth. You are part of a crew that managed to get a a probe ship to go and explore and get to the next habitable planet so you can basically start a colony. And where you land, like at first everything seems okay, then shit hits the fan, and you
As it
start
always
being in.
does.
Yeah, shit hits the fan, and there's these like spatial anomalies that render all technology useless. Anything that isn't analog tech will work. Anything that isn't analog tech gets fried, and anything that is analog tech can still work because it can't be affected by the spatial anomaly. So you've got like steampunk looking tanks, diesel punk, everything, and it's gritty, it's dirty. I love it, but then the writing, it's also doom and gloom. You're constantly being reminded, yeah, this we're all gonna die soon. Oh, we're at war. Death is the only thing that's here. The only thing that exists is war. This, that, and the third. We're all fucked. It's just like, how
Yeah.
does this feed into the main character being the hero then? But then everybody that knows the hero is treating him like shit because they all believe that doesn't matter that the main character managed to survive being cryostasis for like 20, 30, 40 years. It's like it's all shit, blah. It's like, fuck, if it's this bad, then just do yourselves a favor and put yourselves out of your misery. What are
Yeah,
you fighting for
exactly.
then? Like, what the fuck? This makes me not want to play the game.
You know, you could
There's
actually
even
look at Outriders as a fucking April Fool's joke, because it was literally released April 1st, 2021.
the most expensive April Fool's joke to date. Then
Longest running too, other than taxation and the government.
Yeah, was it at the time that this game came out, one thing that was pointed out is that there was one class that you could not complete the game in.
Which was?
I think it was the support class. I think it was like the tech the one that it's this weird tech sentry turret creator thing that used their whole coloration is like green flames and whatnot. Each class had its own coloration. It was fucking weird. But if you were the tech person that could create these sentry turrets, you could not DPS fast enough to finish the final boss of the campaign.
Damn.
So if you were on your own soloing the final boss, you would be fucked out of the ending unless you had someone back you up.
Not surprised.
Yeah, it was bullshit. On top of that, I think the loot drops were fucking borked from get go. You had a bunch of weapons that made no sense, and some that absolutely had no point in picking up because the starter weapon was better than the stuff you were picking up off the floor. Um, there were quests that just had you running around in different directions for absolutely no reason.
Fucking
There was some good
Outriders, man.
there was some good scenes that were pretty funny because it's like you're knocking on a door, someone goes password, they open the slide password, and it's like they're just kind of like they just shrug and the dude shuts it, opens the door, password, and it's like, dude, just come on, let me in. He's like, tell you what, you leave and I don't shoot you through this door. And finally, they shut the slit again. He steps off to the side, presses himself against the door, knocks again. You just immediately see the slit open up. Didn't I tell you? And like you see the dude reach out through the slit with the arm that was holding the gun. Dude doesn't waste a second, grabs the arm, basically snaps the bone by angling it down 90 degrees in a way that the whole arm isn't supposed to bend because of the slit. Breaks the dude's arm, grabs the handgun, shoots the dude behind the door, and gets the door open from the outside because now he has the dude's firing him. He can just blast the door open. And I'm
Okay.
like, that's fucking hilarious because of course the idiot told him I could just shoot you through this door. So it's like your guy is also like the whole point of the Outriders is you're part of this like mercenary PMC before you became this like anomaly powered being. It was a whole fucking rigmarole and a half, but like you basically are security. You were basically hired security. And what ends up happening is, you're one of the guys that manages to survive. You're one of the only Outriders that is still alive because all the others are dead. But you also have anomaly powers. That's what makes you so special. But the whole
His cat made
time,
you special, and he
yeah,
wants to blow shit
exactly.
up.
That's the funny thing, though. It's like the whole fucking time, this game goes out of its way to just look you in the face and say, you ain't shit. Which, I'm sorry, if I'm trying to escape and I'm trying to play a story where I'm the hero, I don't exactly feel like a hero when the game's telling me 90% of the time, you ain't shit.
Yep.
Granted, then you have those moments where that scene with the door for some gang hideout, you do that mission and you feel like John Wick for a bit, and that's just it though. Like once that mission's done and done with, no one ever talks about what the events, what the aftermath is of those events. Everyone just goes back to shitting on you again.
Yep.
So yeah, there's my little rant about good versus bad writing for like the past 30 minutes.
I just got you a pretty relevant meme to the topic in general.
Oh shit, let's see. Every friend group got the boring cinephile. Oh, Hideas Kojimbo. The liar. Yeah, that's Todd Howard. Pseudo intellectual douchebag. Okay, I don't know who this third guy is.
That's
Who is he?
Neil Druckmann. I'm fairly certain.
I don't. Okay, the name rings no bells for me. Okay, cool.
Last
I don't
of
know who this
Us,
guy is.
like the guy who took over The Last of Us and gaslit people so well they don't realize it was a whole different person who worked on the original Last of Us game.
Oh, cool. So okay, he's a moron. We don't got to worry about him. Nothing of value is lost if he ends up getting kicked out of Sony.
Yeah.
Let's see. Saint who never makes mistakes. Ah, I feel like I should definitely know this
It's
guy.
the guy who made the Souls series.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, this is the dude that makes everybody's life a living hell if they want to actually have a good story. Got it. Yeah, you better work for your victory. Yeah, I got mad respect for this guy. The
The
one with a
get
crazy
good.
face. Yeah, pretty much his whole demeanor in the photo literally says "get good."
Yep.
Let's see, the one with a crazy face.
It's like Sam Lake, I
Jeez.
believe is his name.
Okay.
The guy who
Well, I don't
did
feel like this is.
Max Payne.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't played Max Payne, but it was a really good game from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the fucking CEO of Nintendo, the uncle that everyone respects. Man, I remember when this dude showed up in the Nintendo Wii commercials.
Miyamoto's
uh,
hilarious.
good times. He leaned very hard into that, dude. No, like I got one thing I can respect about this. Now, granted, Nintendo isn't a saint because they single-handedly killed an emulator project that I was looking forward to.
Which one
On
are you
the
But
talking
fact that
about?
they did the. Hmm?
Sorry.
huh?
You go
Which
first, Matt.
no, oh like no, I wanted to hear what emulator you meant.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering
Um,
too.
yeah, okay, so this was covered like a month or two ago by Mutahar.
Are you talking Yuzu?
Yeah, Yuzu.
Yuzu is shit, bro. Ryujinx is the good Switch emulator.
Well, the thing is that with what just happened with Uzu, the fear is that Ryujinx is next. They just have to figure out. They're just like Nintendo's basically upping everybody's shit.
Oh, I'm well
They
aware
managed
considering
to
they just
get
DMCA'd 8,000 some odd mods off of Gmod.
yeah, like that's how they're going after everything. They're actually like digging in hard into the lawfare and trying to figure out a way that they can screw things over.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so like with Yuzu, I think it's like it was they screwed up big time because there was something that they was like I forget basically file access that they didn't have permission for. They somehow managed to pull it, and that's how they basically got fucked over.
Not surprised. Yuzu
Because
has a habit of doing shit they shouldn't. Like, I'm more surprised it didn't get taken down earlier. Either by their
well, it's like
competition who they stole code from, or other shit.
yeah, like what was it? Hardware wise, there's nothing Nintendo can do to stop someone from doing it. But if it comes down to software, that's where the rubber hits the road, and now they can come after you with a whole fucking tank and then some.
Yeah.
The Japanese are
With
not well known for their tanks, though.
But they are well known for
and
their
then
pilots.
yeah, exactly. But then Ryujinx, of course, has been doing everything hardware side. That's why a lot of their work takes so much time to see come to light because these guys are constantly tinkering around with sensor data and whatnot from how they can avoid um getting how they can avoid tripping the piracy protections on any console they're working on. So they're slowly having to like they're basically reverse engineering the hardware as they go to understand how it works so they can figure out how to circumvent everything and then pull the data from the hardware.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
And once you have once you have like this is just base hardware, base software. If you have that information, it's old hat because those systems are no longer in production. And then when you apply that to like say the Switch, okay,
Yeah.
at some point in the future that's going to become irrelevant tech also, so why not just work on it?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course I can't find the dang, let's see.
Anyways, what else are we angry at Fallout for?
Ha! Let's see. Piss poor writing, genuine incompetence, all the fucking retcons, the character assassination, the way they made even their own fucking games stupid, um, the character dialogue that's so shitty I could literally jack off and come up with something better than my post-nut clarity. Let's see.
um,
Don't strain yourself too much on that.
funny.
I assure you, I'm not straining too hard, despite the arthritis and the carpal tunnel. Actually, I don't think I have the carpal tunnel yet, but I do have the arthritis.
So here's my big thing. How the fuck did the Enclave end up with? Well, hold on. So my biggest issue. How the fuck is this one lady from 200 years in the past now 200 years in the fucking future in the present of the Fallout show? How did she make it?
Presumably, either by that snake oil salesman, like using that kind of drug,
Yeah.
or had her own cryostasis thing, like, oh fuck, sorry for spoiling.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
I'm still gonna watch it anyways because once I start it, I gotta finish it, or
yeah.
else it's gonna drive me
For
up the wall.
for posterity's sake, yeah, I'm the same
Mhm.
way. So my biggest issue is at this point is two things.
Oh, that's less energy.
They're saying that cold fusion technology was actually a thing, but that's never been mentioned anywhere in the lore. They're injecting that in now just because they have the convenience of the show to do it. When literally the fusion core battery is like was the latest and greatest. A fusion core would keep shit running independently for 100 years. The only issue was that they couldn't manufacture them fast enough to stave off the brunt of the resource war. Because the technology existed, they knew how to build them. They just couldn't build enough of them in time.
Right.
So shit popped off. On top of that, you also have the fact that was it Aerojet Systems is a little known player in the entire lore when it comes to like Fallout 4, for example, where they were actually trying to go into spacefaring. Like if shit had not popped off, you would have seen a world where the Fallout universe would have been a spacefaring civilization. Unfortunately, that technology is now lost, and there's only a prototype rocket thruster somewhere in Boston, and that's it. It's not going anywhere. Then you've got what was it? Then you've got the fact that the Enclave somehow managed to get a hold of the 200-year-old lady's cold fusion technology and lost it because one dude managed to get away. I'm sorry, how the fuck do you have a sentry turret with a minigun strapped to it and it misses at point blank range?
I
Obviously,
saw
it's
that.
playing by XCOM rules.
Yeah, I just saw that. And I'm like, okay, I understand you're trying to tell a story, but this guy has not injected himself with anything that could justify him being able to dodge bullets like that.
I
And
mean,
that
he didn't
dog is
even dodge.
also
He
not.
just walked in a straight line.
Yeah, he just walked in a straight line, and that dog did too. And somehow the guns just managed to miss every step of the way. I was fucking pissed at that.
Obviously,
And
it
it's
has ATF protocols, man.
California compliant magazine loadout. Got it. It has to self feed and self load. It can't detach and reload. Um, but yeah, and then this dude, of course, what is it? He manages to get himself all the way to Philly,
Before he
and the
gets snagged up.
Enclave, instead of sending their guys in power armor after them in the T6 in the XO1 unit, they could have sent one dude in an XO1 unit to get them, and that would have been enough. But no, these fuckers couldn't be bothered to, and so they just broadcast to the world, "Hey, we will pay you enough caps to retire if you bring us this guy dead or alive." It's just like, what the fuck? And of course, the Brotherhood of Steel, for once, manages to somehow crack the encryption for Enclave communications. That's never been a thing that the Brotherhood had access to.
Come on, man, you're not supposed to be smart enough to pay attention to that shit.
Oh, that's just me playing the video games, man. I'm sorry. I thought we played by fucking realistic rules here.
Yeah,
If you want to
exactly.
say, "Oh yeah, encryption technology, we just cracked it," how?
What's that meme? Just consume products.
Oh,
Hmm.
don't ask questions. Just consume product, then get excited for next product.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And then of course, what was it? Someone's asking where the fuck did Vault-Tec get the nuke to take out Shady? He said, I don't fucking know. How the fuck did we not know about a vault that contains all these dudes that have just been cryostasis when there is a fucking Boston vault where the cryostasis stopped working after 200 years?
Again, we're not supposed to be smart enough to notice these things.
Shit, man.
They genuinely expect us all to be really dumb consumers, and for some, it is working, because I've seen people trying to be like, oh man, obviously Hank's gonna be the fucking master on TV, blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up and
Uh,
actually pay attention to the shit you claim to be a fan of. Holy shit. Piss off,
if they say
tourist.
Hank is a brain in a fucking jar, if he's actually no, wait, no, Hank is the dad. I forgot about that. My bad.
Speaking of, the fucking subtitles were very clearly written by a localizer. It's got all the
Yeah.
stupid ass fucking memes, including calling the miniature Robotron or Robo Brain that's Bud a fucking brain on a Roomba.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, whatever fucking dumbass localizer is working on that probably also does
And,
anime shit.
and that's another thing also. Why not, if you're gonna do the Robo Brain, do the full fucking rendition of the Robo Brain.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that the Mechanist DLC had a brain in a jar that was perpetually stuck on a fucking shelf because dumbass managed to get herself caught by the raiders and they took her apart they basically scrapped her for parts. They just kept the brain and put it on a shelf somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like that doesn't mean you can just take the piss out of it and not do the full freaking robo brain. Those things are terrifying.
Yep.
Oh, but well, we wrote Lucy's brother to be this spineless dickweed that can't be bothered to try and fight for his life. And when he finally, it took him facing off against a brain in a jar attached to a Roomba to finally be like, oh my god, everything is lies. And then he gets sealed in with the freaking cryostasis pods.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, how did you not just prop the door open or something?
They really fucking, like, wasted a lot of decent actors for a shitty show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And granted, like, what is it? They do this thing where earlier in the season it's oh what was it? It's the newly elected overseer mentions that, oh, he shouldn't what was it? It was oh, we all know what was it? I forget what the line was, but it's basically the comment is made that because he's a clever kid, whenever someone gets mad, it's an instant, it's very quick when you see them lash out. But when someone as quiet and clever as he is lashes out, it can it can destroy more than just normal stuff. Like they're
Oh,
hinting at, oh,
her.
yeah, the old lady, but she's commenting that like his intelligence or whatnot could single-handedly bring down life as you know it in the vaults. It's like if you're gonna do that Chekhov's gun, fucking fire it by Act 3, because otherwise, what the hell are we doing setting up this line?
Exact. Like, the way they fucking handled everything in the show just pisses me off.
Yeah. And now, granted, I understand 8 episodes, cool. You gotta work with what you got. Then set it up in a way where you tease this shit happening in the second episode instead of it being like, oh, if you want to survive, you better get in the open cryostasis pod. Otherwise, you're just gonna starve to death over here because there ain't no food or nothing.
Man. That's all I gotta say on this shit.
It's
Just,
like,
man.
yeah, it's like, how about, oh, hey, cool. If I got to go in there, then I'm making sure that by the time I get out, this entire facility is fucked. To where like the dude had like a I don't know, some bomb on a timer or something, or like a bomb that's matched to his heart rate. Should he get killed or something, like, something like that. Like, have the kid act like, if you're claiming that this kid is smart, show it. Don't just display him as this kid that's constantly afraid of everything.
Yeah. It's why I loathe, like, that fucking Dane character as well. Like, he's supposedly this loyal ride or die dude. But then they clearly wrote him to be a gay love interest for fucking Maximus, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna write that shit, at least follow through rather than just fucking gay baiting or whatever, dude.
Oh, is that
Mhm.
That's the
the
very
teammate that
clearly
got?
homosexual Latino guy.
Yeah. Wait, was that the dude? Was that the teammate that got their ankle all sliced up, or
Yes.
like they
Mhm.
fitted their boot with blades? I was fucking pissed at that because I'm like, okay, this just kind of feeds into the fact that they automatically thought it was Maximus. Like, what the fuck? It's
Yep.
like you guys beat
Oh,
the
but
shit out of him
don't
on
you
the
guys forget?
daily, but oh, what's up?
How'd you remember? It's because he's black, and
Oh, for
black people
fuck's sake!
always do it.
Oh man.
You can't see me crossing my arms right now, but
Uh,
Is it about what I said, or is it
it's
because
about just the way that that's how they fucking write that shit,
yeah,
dude.
Oh
that's that.
yeah.
But that's every fucking show though. Like that's
Uh
why
huh.
I don't. That's why I don't watch. I don't watch the new stuff. I gotta go. I gotta go back. Like I'm watching Northern Exposure right now,
Mhm.
and that's such an old show that was written. That was written in the '90s. It's a slow fucking burn. I actually have to dedicate time into watching this show because it's dialogue heavy. There is no actual like combat or action scenes or there's a death in the no, that's just basically it's a doctor out in some middle of the nowhere town in Alaska,
Mhm.
trying to get out of a contract that he stupidly signed himself up into, and
Yep.
now he's stuck in the middle of nowhere in Alaska trying to like make do with what he's got.
Yep.
And he's just such a
Yeah.
fucking douchebag. But he's
Some of the
having his character growth right now.
yeah. Some of the best one of the best movies I've ever watched had the entire premise of less is more, like movie wise, and the movie was 12 Angry Men.
That was a great
Oh
fucking
wow.
film.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Literally
I've watched that one.
the entire film is in like it's the synopsis is basically this kid was accused of murder, and the 12 Angry Men, as you can guess, are the jurors. The entire film is in the jury room where they're trying to decide whether he's guilty or not. And it's literally
Gotcha.
just them talking back and forth and arguing and discussing it. Now, it never once cuts away from the scene, never does any of that. It literally is just that one room, the entire movie. And you can get so much out of it from the acting and such.
Yeah. There
Meanwhile,
was
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was
oh,
gonna
I was gonna say that. Oh no, go ahead, Cynthia. Go ahead, Cynthia.
sorry.
My bad, my bad.
Like it seems like nowadays, they're doing a more of the like in kind of the opposite direction where it's like more is less, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they
Oh
got
yeah.
CGI up the wazoo, yet they can't have any development of character at all.
Speaking
Oh
of
shit, that reminds me.
CGI, did you see the fucking terrible de-aging they did of the Hank character? It looks
I
like a
haven't gotten that
really
far.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
that was
fucking bad, dude.
let's put it this way. It looks like they plastered clay on his face to make him look younger.
And they did a weird black and white sepia filter around him. Like not quite sepia, but black and white filter around him and on the face, so it looks oddly
Mo-
monochrome.
yeah, monochrome. It's monochrome filter. Um so what was it? You just reminded me of there was a movie. I think it was shit, I think it was called The Room. So
Oh,
the
hi,
synopsis
Mock.
is yeah, sorry. Okay, so there's The Room, and then shit, I don't remember what it was, but the movie basically goes along with this dude signs up for a he voluntarily signs up, I guess, for like a prison sentence of sorts. But when his time is complete, he comes out with his college debt is paid off, and he's guaranteed a lump sum of cash along with a job. to financially sustain him after the fact once the money runs out. All he has to do is sacrifice like I think it's either like a year or 10 years in this like weird prison complex. And essentially what's going on, he's rooming with it's like he's in this room with another prisoner. He doesn't remember how he got there. He just wakes up there. And on schedule, at certain points of the day, a platform will lower itself from the top and come all the way down until it goes to the bottommost part of the prison. And there's all this food on the platform, but as it comes down, you have less and less food that's there.
I remember seeing a clip. I forget what it's about, what the movie
Yeah,
was. That's the
it's basically he's trying to get through. He's trying to get through his prison sentence. And I think
right.
it's like he either sacrifices a year or 10 years in there. But he's also getting to know the guy. The show is completely in Spanish also, so subtitles are your best friend when it comes to that. And there's like all these rules he has to follow also. You eat what you can, and then whatever you can find, you eat it, and then you just survive and just keep moving, and just try to do what you can to make time pass. But then, of course, the main character, trying to be smart, stashed some food, and the prison operators knew. So they started making the entire room increasingly hot to the point where it's like it's so fucking hot if they don't start doing something, the very material of the room is going to cook them alive because it's all marble stone.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So they're in, like, you just see like there's this red light and the air is starting to shimmer from how hot it is. And eventually the dude just takes an apple out from under his pillow and just chucks it down the hole. And immediately the lights go back to white. And he's just getting lambasted by his roommate, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You could have gotten us killed, you dumbass.
Damn.
And then I think at some point he actually tried to like he tries to actually like jump onto the platform and ride up, which that shit almost got him killed. But it like the whole time the story is taking place in this same set, and the only thing that changes is what's on that dang platform as time moves on.
I'll have to check that show out then at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a really good show. I haven't watched all of it because that was such a long time ago that I heard about it, but holy crap, it was an intense show. Um and of course the dialogue isn't all drawn out. There's not exposition dump after exposition dump. It's just, yeah, this is the situation we're in. We're gonna try to make the most of it. Don't fuck around. Here's some of the rules that you can follow to stay alive. Do not stash food like a dumbass. They'll know. Somehow they know. Then there's oh, here's another one. My mother-in-law, when she was still alive, mentioned this to me. There was a show that she was watching called The Rain. It's some like Swedish show. Was it Finnish?
Did she finish?
Shut up.
Bruh.
It was either broadcasted only in Finland or in Sweden. I can't remember if, or possibly Denmark. I can't remember which one. But basically, you have all these people living inside this walled city. When there's like scav teams that get sent out to go and like collect resources or whatever they can get a hold of, they've got to get back behind that wall by a certain time, because otherwise there's this rain that just shows up and starts blanketing the place with rain. And if they're caught there, they immediately start they basically start aging to the point where they die, or there's something like that, or or like the rain just melts them to nothing.
Fascinating.
Yeah, like the rain only affects organic material, sorry, any human organic material. If it's like trees and whatnot, it doesn't affect it. It just only kills humans.
Interesting.
And the only place it doesn't affect is that walled city because it never goes past the wall.
Weird.
Yeah. The premise is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Well, that's all I got. If you guys want to start winding it down and
I actually have a
shutting off
question.
for the night, what's up?
Have you ever seen The Prisoner?
No, I have not. Let me search that up real quick.
It's
What was the airing date on that?
that was a pretty old series. I think it was like 80s or so. Let me look that up actually. The
Anyone ever
Prisoner.
watch Prison Break?
I watched a couple episodes. It was alright, just not my kind of thing.
Oh wow, this is pretty old school.
Oh, 68, sorry.
Apparently, it's on Tubi
I'd
and Sling
honestly,
and Roku.
if you get the chance, dude, watch it. It is fascinating.
Oh hey, Roku's got it. I can also watch on Amazon Prime. Nice. So yeah, I
There
got
you go.
Roku and Amazon Prime, so I could watch it on both of those.
It deserves more than a 6.1 in my opinion.
IMDb says it's got an 8.5 out of 10 right now.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong The Prisoner. Apparently there was a remake in '09. Cause of course there
Ah,
fucking was.
yeah, the remakes never do as well.
Yeah.
Yep, June 1st, 1968, USA.
Anything you guys can think of that you want to talk about before we head off?
Mm,
Matt, give us an advice corner.
an advice corner.
Mm-hmm.
My buzzed brain's not thinking right. Stand by. Like, what do you mean by advice corner?
Oh, it's literally fucking anything.
Yeah, any
Like
advice, dude.
I've had to do the last. Was it? I think I've done the last three advice corners just because I had to pull something out of my ass last minute.
Always lubricate
Look.
before pulling?
Hey, man, your kinks are your own.
Shut up, both of you.
Not our fault you make it so easy.
You're like children.
Again, not our fault. Any topic. I honestly got nothing. I'm sorry.
Don't be Todd Howard. There you go. There's your advice corner.
Oh yeah.
Be the guy that made the Soulsborne genre.
Always watch where you're walking so you don't stub your toe.
Yes, that'll save your life. Yeah, that'll definitely save your life.
Oh
And
yeah.
the misery and the pain.
What about you, Kamoku? What do you have?
Um, well, considering the events of the past 2 to 3 months, don't ever skip the opportunity to increase your skill set or to add to your skill set, and never pass up the opportunity to keep going after the jobs you know you're actually good at. Don't just settle for the shit that'll pay the bills because it'll pay the bills. If you know your stuff and you know what you're doing and you know how to do the job that you've been trained to do, and you're trying to get that same line of work with a different outfit, by all means go for it and wait it out as long as you can. Granted, if money becomes an issue, do what you have to make sure the bills get paid, but don't give up on getting that job. Sometimes shit takes a long time for a reason. Other times bureaucracy gums up the works and things don't fire off as quickly as they're supposed to. But if you hold out, it pays dividends in the end.
I'd say that's pretty good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Suppose
That's pretty much been my personal experience for the last 3 months. So yeah.
if we're talking like real, actual, genuine advice here, like rather than just little smart ass tidbits like I tend to do, like one thing I've learned is if it seems like you're in a toxic thing, ask your friends, ask other people who happen to have experiences. Don't be afraid to reach out and like run shit by people. That shit can save your life and help you know who to cut out of your life. And don't be afraid to
Oh,
cut out
definitely.
people, but just because like you feel like you're going to be set adrift. No shit, you're going to be set adrift, but better you're set adrift and you're healthy rather than staying in a situation that's toxic as hell and killing you inside.
Yep. It's easier to rebuild. It's easier to rebuild when you got nothing than to be under a dilapidated, falling apart structure.
Yep. Thanks.
Some advice. I think best advice I can get you is anything that is worth being built has a strong foundation, whether it's the truth, employment, anything in life. If you notice that something seems rather shaky, you might want to avoid it. It sounds a little odd. I'm not very explaining it very well.
I get what you're saying, dude.
Same, I get it.
Yeah. Just like everything in life.
Well, alrighty, that's pretty much it from everyone.
Oh yeah. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Like, we'll see y'all next time.
Zoinks!
Oh, that better yet. Adios, bitches.
That's all, folks.
I thought I saw a putty tat. I
Oh,
did.
You know, the
I saw a putty tat.
You know the irony of the situation? You got
What's up?
you got a Latina guy that's trying to sound like a white guy.
And then you have a guy like me trying to sound like Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I'm about as white as they come.
And then Ira over here is just doing Tweety Bird.
Oh yeah.
All right.
See you guys.
Have a good night, guys. And thanks for watching.
Hasta luego, amigos.